finale of the 2022-23 season. As tonight, it is a Great West Activity Conference matchup between the Scott City Beavers and the Goodland Cowboys and Cowgirls. Glad to have you aboard here. Adam Kadavy with you. And tonight's a lot to stake on the boys' side, especially more so than the girls here in this doubleheader. We'll get to that right now. On the girls' side, it's the Lady Beavers coming in with a record of 8-11 on the year. They will be the number 6 seed guaranteed after they lost by 1 a week ago to the Colby Lady Eagles 48-47 in a nail-biter and a thriller of a game. The Goodland Cowgirls, they have the state's longest winning streak at 32 in a row. They are 19-0 on the year, looking to capture their first league championship. They're 5-0, and they they defeated the Ulysses Lady Tigers on Friday night here at home, 65-24. They're 19-0 on the year, ranked number 1 in 3A. The boys should be a thriller of a game, as it's Scott City and Goodland. There's a lot at stake in the Substate, especially a lot of different scenarios tonight. Scott City comes in 9-10 on the year. They're 2-3 in the conference. Lost a heartbreaker on Tuesday night last week. A good game against Goodland, a game that saw 16 lead change, or against Colby, a game that saw 16 lead changes. Ended up falling 56-52 to the number 8 ranked team in Class 3A. The Goodland Cowboys, they may be the hottest team here as of late. They are a team that's won 5 of the last 6 games, and then they lost by 1 at Colby 2 weeks ago. They defeated Ulysses 74-43 on the Friday night. They also defeated Lakin last Tuesday here in this same building. This is their 4th straight home game, by the way, and their 5th of the last 6 at home. They defeated Lakin 62-47 last Tuesday. We'll run through all the Substate scenarios after this quick timeout. We'll also pause for station identification. Take this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
And then things could get a little interesting, 3, 4, and 5. Colby right now sitting in that 3rd spot. They don't have a game tonight. Their regular season's done. They're 13-7. Lakin is 1/2 game back of Colby at 12-7. If they win, that could mean that they would have a first-round home game. And if they win, the Lakin does at Wichita County tonight. Lakin could either be the 3 or 4 seed. They do a coin flip. Colby or Lakin have not played each other. Holcomb is right now sitting in that number 5 spot at 11-8. They're 1 game behind Lakin. If Holcomb wins and Lakin loses tonight, that would solidify Colby at the number 3. Holcomb would have the number 4 seed and host Lakin next Monday because they have the head-to-head win. So there's a lot of scenarios in play in that 3 through 5. Scott City at 8-11. They're in that number 6 spot. Southwestern Heights is at 5-14. They'll be the number 7 seed and head to Cimarron again next week. Those two play tonight, and Larned is the number 8 seed at 3-16. The boys, that's where things get a lot interesting coming into tonight. Colby at 17-3. They have locked in the number 1 seed. And then 2 through 7, it gets a little wild here. Goodland and Lakin are both tied in that 2nd spot at 11-8. Holcomb at 10-9. Scott City at 9-10. Larned at 5-13. Cimarron at 4-15. Or actually, Larned's 5-14, excuse me. And Cimarron is at 4-15. Cimarron more than likely be a favorite tonight. So Larned and Cimarron could flip for that number 6 spot if Cimarron wins and Larned loses tonight, and that could possibly happen. Southwestern Heights will be the number 8 seed. They're guaranteed to go to Colby. They're at 1-18. Cimarron plays Southwestern Heights tonight. So here's the scenario. Let's go break down 2 through 5. Goodland and Lakin both win. That'll be 12-8. And they will flip. They've split the season series. They'll flip for the tiebreaker, the number 2 or number 3 seed. And then say Goodland and Lakin lose. Holcomb wins. All be 11-9. And then it becomes a 3-way tie. And that's when chaos happens there. Say Holcomb, or let's just say Holcomb loses. Scott City beats Goodland. Both Goodland and both Holcomb and Scott City could both be 10-10, and then you go to a coin flip, and Scott City still has that opportunity to host a Substate game next week against the Longhorns. That's still in play as well tonight. So I'm sorry, it's clear as mud. There's a lot of scenarios there, but it should be a fun, wild night. Cimarron and Southwestern Heights. Holcomb's at Syracuse. Scott City at Goodland, Lakin at Wichita County, and Larned is hosting Haven tonight. Colby has the night off, as I mentioned earlier. The league standings right now, real quickly here. Goodland girls are 5-0 with a win tonight. They'll clinch the league outright. Hugoton is done with their season. They went on a big run, 15-5. They're 5-1 in the league. They'll finish maybe at number 2. Cimarron will be the 3rd place team in the league at 4-2. Colby will be the 4th place team in the league, 3-3. Holcomb 2-4 in the league. Scott City 1-4. So win by Scott City, and they would tie Holcomb for 4th in the league, or 5th in the league. The Ulysses will be at 0-6. They will finish in 7th place in the league. On the boys' side, Hugoton has the league championship wrapped up. Colby will finish at number 2. Goodland and Scott City. Boy, this is interesting. Goodland at 3-2. Scott City at 2-3. If the Beavers beat Goodland tonight, those teams will tie for 3rd place in the league. Holcomb and Ulysses are both 2-4. They're tied for 5th place. There in Cimarron is 0-6. They'll finish in 7th. So with that all being said, let's take a break, and when we come back after this quick timeout, we'll have the comments from head coach Amy Felker as Scott City gets set to take on the Goodland Cowgirls. We'll do that after this 2-minute break. This is Beaver Basketball.
With over 10 years of experience, Jamie at JW Enterprise can repair your windshield quickly and conveniently. Even if you don't have time to make it to the shop, Jamie can fix your windshield from your home, or he can come get your vehicle for you. JW Enterprise is insured and Safe Flight certified. He might be operating under a different name, but Jamie still provides the same quality of service. Let Jamie at JW Enterprise fix that chip in your windshield now. Find JW Enterprise on Facebook or give him a call at 785-260-7773.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
Furrow Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Furrow Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
A game that was originally scheduled like that for Friday, but it's kind of nice to have a week off in between games.
I wish we could have played Friday just to keep moving and that kind of stuff, and then the snow days kind of took effect on us, but we got a couple of good practices in, and the girls are ready, they're focused, and we're ready to get things started.
You had a heartbreaker of a loss, but boy, what a hard fight. It was 48-47 loss at Colby last Tuesday. Did you feel like that was probably one of your better games of the year?
It was an all-around game. Lots of people scored and contributed. People stepped up when there was double teams on other people. We made the right passes to girls to get them open. So I really like the fact that everybody was really looking at the basket ready to score.
And, yeah, of course, you had your big night from your big two there, but I thought it's really cool to see really a lot of the others step up and hit some shots and take some of those chances that they haven't this year.
They had confidence. We had talked about that was one of the things we needed to do against Colby was those girls that weren't getting double teamed needed to make them pay for not guarding them. And, they did. Cheyenne shot a lot out there. Mackenzie stepped up. Avery stepped up and had a really good game. So everybody just did a really good job overall.
Once again, Coach Amy Felker here in the pregame tonight. Scott City takes on Goodland here on the road here to wrap up the regular season. You're pretty much settled into that number 6 seed in the Substate, but I'd like to get a second win in league play as well. But take a look at Goodland, and, you get the team that has the longest win streak in the state.
They're an extremely good team. We're going to have to really be able to switch from defense to defense. They're just working on new things, trying to get ready to end their season and that kind of stuff. So we just got to be ready and put our best foot forward. We've got to keep the turnovers down and, just play our game and just relax and have some fun outside.
Well, you've had a great run this year here, and I know the record doesn't show it, but how far do you feel like this team has come?
There's a lot of things. We've stepped up. We found some good team chemistry that I think is just going to continue to build on to next year and that kind of stuff. So, every game we just look to get better and get used to each other and the system.
What's the biggest thing that you want to do tonight to try to attack their full court pressure or their 1-3-1?
We just want to make the right pass. Know where the double team is and know where the openings are. I really think the baselines are going to be open a lot of times, so we've got to have somebody step up and be ready to knock those shots down when we get the opportunity.
Should be a good one here. Wrap up the regular season. Scott City and Goodland coach Amy Felker here pregame. Thanks again for the time, Coach, and good luck to you guys.
Thanks, Adam.
That was Scott City Lady Beaver coach Amy Felker. Your pregame interview brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Hugh and Berta Benz in Scott City and Leota. More to come in your pregame show. We'll have a breakdown of the matchup. Also bringing starters, keys to the game, and the tip-off after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides over 250 new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealership in Scott City.
To us, it's about so much more than just providing the technology. It's about enriching the communities we live in, because your community is our community. Where you live, where you work, where you play, we do too. Whatever you do, and wherever you are, our service supports you. Next Tech Wireless, we are Kansas.
You describe your career?
Rewarding. It's more than just a job.
Great vacation, great sick pay.
Great opportunities to move forward. Good work environment, good people. Always something new, always something different.
Every day you learn something new.
Their commitment to education is second to none.
They pay for my school.
I love it because we're all one big happy family.
Family.
Family. It's like a family.
Grow your career with American Implement and John Deere.
Women at every stage of life want a healthcare experience uniquely theirs, where excellence meets elegance and healthcare is personalized just for you. Scott County Hospital and Scott City Clinic's skilled physicians and nurses will help your family prepare for the birth of your baby. The private, comfortable, secure rooms for labor, delivery, and postpartum care include jacuzzi tubs for pain management during labor. Call Scott City Clinic to set an appointment today. We put our heart in healthcare.
Games of the regular season here on the girls and boys side. The Lady Beavers taking on the #1 ranked team in Class 3A, the Goodland Cowgirls. Last meeting, it was really dominated by Goodland from the opening tip. They led big and in the first half, and Scott City would pull to within 24 at the end, 62-38 in that game back right before Christmas. And it seems like last year, it was 2022, December the 20th there, and Scott City was led in that game by Erica Felker with 13, and Avery Lewis had a big game. She had her career high 9 in that at the time in that meeting, and then also points wise for Scott City, Brooke Strine was 7 and 10. On the other side, it was really dominated by Telexa Weeder, and Jaxie Mitchak had a big game. Weeder had 22, and then Mitchak added 14 for the Goodland Cowgirls, who improved at the time to 6-0 on the year. Since then, they've won quite a few more, of course. They're at 19-0, and they've really only had a couple of nail-biters here this year. Hayes was a 44-37 victory. That's been their closest game of the year, back on the 20th of January in the semifinals. And the Colby game was 49-40. Colby made a big run in that second half, would outscore them in that second half. Had it close there for a while, ended up being a 9-point game. That was the third meeting between the two teams this year. That was just 2 weeks ago over at Colby. They've played Colby 3 times this year. They've also had wins, big wins over Syracuse. Hugoton, they beat them by 8. That's when mid-January, that's first week when Mike and Hamlin came back for Hugoton. So they had that win there. And then they had also wins over the Chanute Comets, mentioned Hayes. Garden City, they beat them by 22, and they've really kind of rolled. They beat Holcomb by 22, and also by 33. So this is a team that's won a lot over the last few years, and combined the senior class for them for Goodland has been pretty special. They've won over 200 games combined with volleyball and basketball over the last 4 years on the varsity. So they've had a really outstanding run there. But Scott City would love to pull spoiler tonight, and yes, the biggest thing that Scott City can play for is a tie for 5th place in the league right now with Holcomb. They would finish at 2-4. Of course, Goodland has won 5 straight in the series. They've won 6 of the last 7. Last win in this building for the Lady Beavers came in 2018, right before the Christmas break. And they won 58-46 over the Goodland Cowgirls. That's been 4 years ago. That year, Goodland was 4-17, but Scott City went to state that year as well. Still early in that season there, back in the 18-19 campaign. But over the years since 1981, Goodland leads the series 37-30. They've won 5 in a row, their longest stretch of consecutive wins since 2015 to 2017. You have to go back to the late 80s, early 90s, last time they've won 6 in a row over Scott City. So that's kind of that situation there. Scott City, they really played pretty well against Colby, and you heard Coach Felker in the pregame mention it was really a team game for the Beavers last Tuesday night in their 1-point loss, and now that really, even though they lost that game by a point, I think they can take away a lot from that game last week. They felt like they can play with them and play with some of the top teams in the league here. And if things work out, maybe they can hang with Goodland here tonight, maybe pull off a stunner. You never know. Scott City this year, they are led by Erica Felker, just right around 14 points a game. Brooks Drine at 15 to lead the Lady Beavers. She has 6 double-doubles this year. And for Goodland, it's Telexa Weeder, the Fort Hays State signing. She has just been dominant this year. Almost 23 points a game. She averages, and then you have Lindsay Caird around 7, Jaxie Mitchell at 8, Olivia Lehman at 8.5 points, and they average 58 points a game to the Cowgirls, and they have not allowed more than 46 all year. That was against Hugoton. That's been the highest point total they've given up. They gave up 46 against Hugoton, 45 against Garden City, and then 40 against Colby 2 weeks ago. They've only allowed teams over 40 points just 3 times this year. Can the Lady Beavers be the 4th team? Well, that's an unknown there. Mention this is the final game of the regular season for both squads. Goodland will be at home here on Monday night. The girls will. They'll take on the Learned Lady Indians. They know that for sure. And Scott City will be either at Colby or Lakin on Monday night, depending on how all those outcomes go. Last check, Lakin was trailing early 7-5 to Wichita County in the first quarter. That game is being played in Leota tonight. And that's the 3rd time between those two teams they've split their season series so far. Good crowd on hand here for senior nights. Boys' game should be an entertaining one. A lot on the line for both sides coming in here to tonight as well. And so the teams head to their respective benches. Scott City averaging 45 a game. Goodland averaging 58. We'll keep an eye on some of the other games that involve the Substate teams tonight as best as we can, so hang tight with us, and we should be in for a fun one here tonight here at the Max Jones Fieldhouse here in Goodland. We'll go ahead and step aside for a lengthy timeout here. We'll have your starters, keys to the game, and the opening tip-off, and we'll do all that after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
White's Food Liner is located at 1314 South Main Street in Scott City, Kansas. They are open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Home delivery is available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. just by calling 620-872-5854. They are a full-service grocery store offering a wide selection of varieties at affordable prices. Sign up today for their mobile app. Look for it in the App Play Store under White's Food Liner. Don't forget to visit today.
Fairleigh Feed Yard is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairleigh Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
The world needs more farmers. People who know the land. People who support rural communities. People who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm. We are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
Is your
member FDIC and equal housing lender?
Back here inside the Max Jones Fieldhouse as we get you ready for tonight's starting lineups. They're presented by Security State Bank in Scott City and Leota Free Bill Pay and Online Banking. Safe, secure, and easy to use. Member FDIC. For the Lady Beavers, coached by Amy Felker in her third season, assisted by Aaron Myers, it'll be Brindley Stevens, a 5'6" junior, averaging a half point, 1.6 boards per contest. Also tonight, starting Kendall Gentry, the 5'3" sophomore, 4.6 points and 2.6 boards a game. Brooke Strine, the 6'1" senior, she is averaging 15 points and nearly 9 rebounds a game. She had 11 and 8 the other night against Colby. Erica Felker, the 5'6" junior, at 13.9 points and 4.7 boards a game. And Cheyenne Kramer, the 5'9" junior, 3.6 points and 3.4 boards a game. For the Cowgirls of Goodland, coached by Bill Bierman, who just got done singing the national anthem with one of his seniors, Olivia Lehman. What can he not do? He's a superintendent, he's the head coach and singer. He's assisted by Connie Livigood, Delaney Pollard. Goodland 19-0 on the year. Starting for Goodland, it'll be Jaxie Mitchek, the 5'9" junior, averaging 7.7 points and nearly 4 rebounds a game. To Lexa Weeder, the Fort Hays State signee. She is a 6' senior, averaging 22 points, 6 points and 7.4 rebounds a game. Lindsay Cure, who is committed to play volleyball at Regis University in Colorado. She's a 6' senior, 7 points, 6.4 boards a game. Olivia Lehman, the 5'11" senior, averaging 8.5 points and 3.1 rebounds a game. Jordan Owens, the 4th senior on this Goodland team. She is a 5'10" senior. She averages 3 points and 2.1 rebounds. So once again for Scott City, Brindley Stevens, Kendall Gentry, Brooke Strine, Erica Felker, and Cheyenne Kramer. And for the Goodland Cowgirls, it is Jaxie Mitchek, Telexa Weeder. Also out there tonight, Lindsay Cure, Olivia Lehman, and Jordan Owens. Those are your starters here tonight, presented by Security State Bank. Onward to our keys to the game. Those are presented here by State Farm agent Michael Trower. You go the proven winner when it comes to insurance. They score big with their policy holders. Keys tonight for Scott City. I think the first key, just handle the pressure. And, you know, I mean, it's going to come from all over. So just handle the pressure. That's the big key. Second key tonight for Scott City is take that confidence you had last week against Colby and use it again tonight. Those are your keys to the game. Lady Beavers tonight will be wearing those navy blue uniforms with the white numbers and or the lighter blue numbers and letters and white trim. Goodland in their home white tops with the black numbers and letters of gold trim. It'll be Lindsay Keir and Brooke Strine tipping in the center. Game number 20 of the year. Hard to believe that, isn't it? But here we go. We're moments away here from the Max Jones Fieldhouse here in Goodland as the official tosses it up in the air to be won by Goodland. Mitchek to Weeder and a quick layup. 5 seconds into the game, it's already 2-0 Goodland, and they are off to a hot start. So Goodland early 2-0 lead and almost forced a turnover. Felker taking it to the front court. And then they force an early turnover. Well, we're going to get a tie, but it'll still be Scott City ball in the possession arrow. So Scott City needs to handle their press right off the bat. This is a very dangerous team when they're fully locked in. Goodland, Scott City can be that as well, but they're going to have to go up a couple of notches here tonight. Felker left side looking to drive in. Her runner in the lane. Bank shot. Oh, just a little strong. Strine tried to tip the rebound. She does to herself. Half the glass, so we're tied. And a good answer back for Scott City with 7:30 to go first quarter. We're tied at 2. Lady Beavers needed that one. Early tie. They were really never part of that game. And on the other end, Olivia Lehman with the layup on the left side. 4-2, 7:18 to go. So quick start for Goodland, 2-2. Scott City 1-2. And Goodland trapping out high. Felker wraparound pass, and that's going to be knocked out, says the official Lane Biggie. Good to see him. 7:10 to go first quarter. The old former math teacher in Scott City. It's been a couple years removed, so let's just put that out there. All right, up top to Kendall Gentry. 1 minute into this game, Goodland in the 1-3-1. Felker left corner to Cheyenne Kramer. Wanted to launch a three, but quickly guarded by Mitchek and then saved into play. But back to Kramer. Now here's Felker. She'll take it all the way. Her layup. Oh, it's too strong, but Strine right there for the foul. No, got her own rebound. She hits the deck, and she's going to be pushed by Jaxie Mitchek. That'll be the ball game's first foul with 6:52 to go here in the opening quarter. So Strine with 2 rebounds and 2 points here in the early going. And early in for Goodland will be Haley Bierman. She'll replace Jordan Owens, so that takes off one of those 5'10ers or higher. Goodland with a slew of them once again. Felker, she'll drive in, almost walked with it. Now right side to Stevens, right corner to Kramer. She'll launch the right corner. 3 for the lead, a little strong that time, but Gentry the rebound. She'll go up, and she's going to be called for the walk off the rebound, and that was the right call right in front of the official. Turnover number 1 on Scott City. Good effort, though, by Gentry. Lady Beavers down 4-2, 6:43 to go first quarter. And Avery Lewis into the Scott City lineup for the Lady Beavers, the 5'9" sophomore, coming off a 9-point performance against Colby last week. She also had 9 in the first meeting. And Lehman has good position. She'll go up, and she's fouled from behind by Felker. And Lehman with 2 free throws coming up. .91 seconds into the game, 4-2. Goodland. Lehman with 2 points. She's 62% on the year as a team. Goodland has that 64%. They've struggled at times, but as I say that, Lehman hits it to make it 5-2. She had 6 points in the first meeting back in December. Had 8 against Ulysses on Friday night, and she drains them both. 6-2, 6:29 to go first quarter. Lady Beavers have owned the glass early on, 4-0. Is the one thing when you, as the ball is knocked out of bounds, the one thing against Goodland, you don't want to inbound it in to the person in the corner, because if they trap, that's nightmare with their length. Inbound into Kendall Gentry, now finds Avery Lewis. Almost did not get across the baseline inbound. Now she's in the front court as Lewis, guarded by Telexa Weeder up high. Spin move, goes to her left, pivots now to Cheyenne Kramer. Kramer looking in, doesn't find anybody. Looking for a cutter, pivots. Here's Brooke Strine with it. With 6:08 to go first quarter. She'll work her way around left side. Loud pass gets the hands of Gentry. She'll take a runner in. Her shot is stuffed. And the rebound to Telexa Weeder. You got to love the aggressiveness, though. 6-2, Goodland lead with the ball, 2 minutes in. That high. Turning down the 3 is Haley Bierman. She'll drive right side. Her layup, no. Rebound, Lindsay Keir out high to Jaxie Mitchek. Open for 3. No, that crawls up, but Telexa Weeder crashes the board. Nobody boxes her out. And Goodland gets their 4th point from Weeder. 8-2, 5:42 to go first quarter. So that time, Scott City did not box out a couple of times there. Felker within the backcourt, needs to pass it across, and she tried to. Ball deflected, last touch by Keir. That'll stay with the Lady Beavers with 5:28 to go first quarter. So Jatsy Mitchell and Olivia Lehman out back are in for the first time as Jason Hrennick. She is a 5'5 junior for Goodland. 8-2 Goodland lead. Scott City with the ball, 5:20 to work first quarter. Goodland playing a tight trap defense, and we're going to get a whistle and a tie-up. That'll be Scott City's second turnover in as many possessions. Lady Beavers did a good job. Only 8 turnovers against Colby last week. They already have 2 here in the first quarter. Goodland's a team that averages 13 turnovers a game. They have scored the last 6 points. They're tied one time. That was briefly. As we approach 5 minutes to go first quarter. Right side he goes. Open is Weeder for a deep 3. Short. Rebound. Kendall Gentry has her second board of the night. Scott City with the ball. And ball deflected and a third straight turnover. And now loose on the floor, picked back up by Lindsay Cure. Lead pass in the front court to Haley Bierman. Underneath is Hrennick. Here, bank shot on the left side is good. It's 10-2. And Coach Amy Felker wants time. With 4:42 to go first quarter, it's a 30-second timeout taken by Coach Amy Felker. The Lady Beavers are down by 8 here in the opening period. The 4:42 mark of this first quarter. And we'll keep it right here. Basketball presented here by the Booster Club corporate sponsors, including Winterland Farms, White's Food Line, Wheatland Electric, Western State Bank. Also, Western Kansas Insurance, Wilgamore Family Farms, Turner Sheet Metal, True North Cafe, Tripac North America, Rio Grande, Stevens Veterinary Services, State Farm Insurance, Spencer Pest Control, and Security State Bank. 4:42 to go first quarter. It's 10-2 for Goodland. They lead Scott City. They've scored the last 8 points of the game over the last 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Scott City's had some good looks. They're just 1 of 6 to begin this ball game from the floor. They've missed their last 5 shots. Goodland has hit 4 of their first 7. And the layup on the other end is good. Brooke Strine has all 4 of Scott City's points here with under 4.5 to go first quarter. It's now at 10-4. Goodland with the ball. That last basket by Strine ends the 8-0 Goodland Cowgirl run. But Scott City playing pretty good here so far. Backdoor cut and nice move. Weeder with 6. 12-4 here with 4:12 to go first quarter. She has hit 3 of her first 4 shots. And Scott City trying to get it across near the midway point in the first quarter. Gentry, the bounce pass is deflected and stolen away. 4th Scott City turnover. Now 2-on-1 numbers, and Gentry stays at home and played that 2-on-1 isolation perfectly. She gets the steal, and Goodland's first turnover of the night. Mackenzie Metzger in the game for the first time. Erica Felker, right corner 3. Rainbow shot bounces around on the rim a couple times, and it drops home for her 41st 3 of the year. 12-7 with 3:42 left in this first quarter. Scott City's really done good with assist ratio this year. They averaged about 11 assists a game. The other night they had 6 assists on 16 made baskets. They've been better at times, but that's still pretty good. Here's Cure driving strong. Shot blocked out of there by Brooke Strine. The Cowgirls will bring back in Jaxie Mitchell, and in for the first time is Haley Blocklinger, 5'9 junior. Olivia Lehman and Jason Hrennick checks out, and also Olivia Lehman back in, and out is going to be Jordan Owens for Goodland. 3:22 here in the opening 8 minutes. 12-7, Scott City down 5. Goodland inbounded up top. They get it to Mitchell. Goes right side up high. Haley Bierman now to Telexa Weeder, looking to drive in, almost stolen by Metzger. Scott City in a 2-3 zone. Weeder looking to feed it in, but doesn't up top. Here's the straightaway triple for Bierman. Off to the right, and that one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll belong to the Lady Beavers. Goodland, a 26% three-point shooting team. They've only made 61 this year. That's down a little bit from last year as they applied some full-court pressure. Strine with it in the middle to Metzger. She'll break it. Good job of Scott City keeping that ball in the middle. Here's Felker for a deep 3, and that one is good. She got that behind the college arc. And the Lady Beavers on an 8-2 run. They're within 2 with 2:53 to go first quarter at 12-10. Weeder for an answer back 3. That one is good. She has 9, and it's now 15-10 with 2:44 to go first quarter. That's her 29th make of the year. So the lead back up to 5 for Goodland, but Scott City playing the Cowgirls much better than the first time around. The pass for Avery Lewis, right baseline. She'll drive it and try to drive in, and she'll draw the foul on the floor. That'll be on Olivia Lehman. That'll be her first and Goodland's second team foul. With 2:30 to go first quarter. Felker to trigger it in. Looking to lob it in. Now finds Strine. Bounce pass to Felker up top. Here's Avery Lewis, a straightaway three. That one hits the lip of the rim and drops home. Lewis with her third three of the year, and Scott City back to within 2 on an 11-3 run here. Or make that a 9-3 run. 2:15 to go first quarter. Scott City's 3 of 4 from downtown. Here's Weeder driving in. Her shot over Strine. Bounces off the rim and drops home. 17-13 with 2:08 to go first quarter. Scott City hanging with Goodland here. Been a promising first 6 minutes. Almost a travel for Gentry. Felker with it out front. One dribble, wraparound pass to Gentry. Couple dribbles and a whistle. She's going to be called for travel. Turnover number 5 on Scott City. Jason Hrenik and Lindsey Kieran and Hayden Blocklinger and Flexa Weeder out. It's 17-13 Goodland. Weeder has 11 of Goodland's 17 points. Strine with 4, Felker with 6, and Lewis with 3 for the Lady Beavers. Lady Beavers have played pretty well in this 2-3 zone in the first quarter. And here's a 3 off the heel. Rebound, Goodland with it. It was put up by Hrenik. A rebound missed shot by Mitchek, and the rebound in the hands of Avery Lewis. Scott City's done a good job on the boards here in this first quarter. They've out-rebounded Goodland 63. Lewis is trapped, and she turns the ball over for a 6th time. 2-on-2 numbers. Mitchek left side to Lindsey Kier. Uses up her dribble. Now finds it out high to Haley Bierman. Minute 18 to go first quarter. 17-13 Goodland lead with the ball. Left side, Hrenig with it. Wanted to go lob it in. Scott City doing a good job rotating their zone defense. Kier at the right elbow underneath behind the defense and shot up short. Good job Felker blocking out on Lehman, and Scott City with the rebound. In the hands of Metzger, back to Felker. Final minute of this first quarter. Gentry with it up top. Goodland goes back to man-to-man and late pass and almost turned over. It's going to be tie-up. It'll still stay Scott City ball here with 51 seconds to go first quarter. When you have a team that rotates quickly in the length like Goodland, you have to commit with your passes right away. As Cheyenne Kramer checks in for Avery Lewis. 51.7 to go first quarter, 17-13. Kramer's got to inbound it, got to get in the backcourt. Didn't know if she saw Metzger with it. Now Felker with it, or Metzger alone in the backcourt. Now Felker guarded 3. Oh, that was halfway in and out, and the rebound goes to Lindsey Kier. That would have made it a 1-point game. That one had every part of the rim and popped out. 35 seconds to go first quarter. Goodland with the ball up 4, 17-13. Ball deflected, but right in the hands of Kier, left side. Hrenig wanted to spot up for 3. Bierman will launch the 3 this time right side, and this time it's good. Her 9th 3 of the year, 20-13 Goodland. 22 seconds to go here in the first quarter. The Cowgirls with 2 first quarter triples. And they have a 20-point explosion here in this opening 8 minutes. 15 seconds to go. Kendall Gentry with it, goes left out high. As Goodland's back in their 1-3-1. Ball deflected out with 10 seconds to go first quarter. Still going to be Lady Beaver basketball. The other thing you got to figure out is how to dissect that Goodland defense when they're in that 1-3-1 with that length. That can be mentally taxing. 7 seconds up top. Gentry with 5, with 4 into Strine. Goes to her left. She'll take it all the way to the rack. Her layup, no, but she was fouled with 1.5 seconds, and Olivia Lehman with her 2nd foul and the team's 3rd. Strine will head to the line for 2 free throws. First trip to line tonight for Scott City, so Goodland with a little foul trouble. Strine on the year 71%. That one too strong. Scott City's a team 69%. They were 9 of 10 the first meeting between these two, and last Tuesday Scott City was 11 of 16, or 10 of 16 against Colby. 1.5 seconds to go. Second free throw for Strine. That one is good. She has 5 and makes it 20-14. They'll inbound it into Haley Bierman, and she'll dribble this quarter out. Been a good first quarter. A lot of points put up. 20-14, Goodland leads 8 minutes in. Back in a minute for the second quarter. This is Scott City basketball.
Is your dog ungroomed and smelly? Then come on by the new and improved Wagon Wash, located at 501 Jackson Street in Scott City, Kansas. We added on a dog wash for your pet's hygienic needs. There are 6 different modes you can choose from: shampoo, oatmeal conditioner, rinse, odor control, flea and tick, and blow dry. Our facilities are regularly cleaned, and we have a vending machine full of treats for you and your pet. Follow us on Facebook at Wagon Wash Car Wash.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 controls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities. Visit with our knowledgeable staff about how we can help in your farming operation.
Second quarter underway. Scott City just barely gets out of their huddle. 4 or 6 point Goodland lead. Here's Alexa Weeder, the right corner, right wing 3-0, and Cheyenne Kramer couldn't get the rebound, and Owens had it, but then walked with it. Goodland's second turnover. Goodland shot 8 of 15 in that first quarter. They were led by Alexa Weeder's 11. Scott City was 5 of 11 from the floor in that first quarter, and were led by Erica Felker 6 and Brooks Drines 5. 20-14, Lady Beavers ball. After Goodland made their 8-0 run, Scott City's been within 2 on a pair of occasions here as Goodland traps out high. Cheyenne Kramer gets knocked to the turf, or ground there. I said the turf. Oh, it's not football. Turnover number 7 on Scott City. That's the one thing that's really killing them. That's a whistle and a foul on the floor. If that's on Felker, that's her second. That's a big blow for Scott City. She has all of Scott City's fouls, 6 points, and now she'll sit down, and Mackenzie Metzger in for her. So it's Mackenzie Metzger, Kendall Gentry, Avery Lewis. Ball into Jordan Owens, and she gets the jumper in the paint. Her first basket, 22-14. Matches Goodland's largest lead. It was 7:20 to go first half. Kendall Gentry with it, trying to take it across. She was right at half court, pivoted in the front court. Then now Kramer right wing. 7:12 to go first half. Goodland in that 1-3-1. Needs to put it on the floor. Skip pass. Metzger now to Lewis. Oh, intercepted quickly that time by Haley Bierman. And they have 3-on-1 numbers. Weeder down the lane. Lays it up and one. Weeder with 13, and Goodland now out to a 10-point lead. 24-14 with 7:01 to go first half. Team foul number 3 on Scott City, and Mackenzie Metzger's first. And it's going to be Jason Herenik for Goodland to replace Haley Bierman, who played free safety on that last trip down and intercepted a pass. Weeder to the line. She's her best free throw shooter, 84%. She already has 13 points and has 14. She has 14 of Goodland's 25 as they have their largest lead. They've quickly scored 5 points here in the opening minute of this quarter. Metzger in to Kendall Gentry, trying to get around that trap. Needs help. Ball deflected and another turnover. 3 possessions, 3 turnovers into Mitchek, and she has her first basket. 27-14 with 6:50 to go first half. Timeout for Scott City as Goodland with 7 points here in the first minute of the second quarter. We'll come back in 1 minute. This is Beaver basketball.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, visit us online at scottcf.org.
Exceptional results. Goodland now with the first 7 points of this second quarter, and they're on top 27-14. Scott City's already burned 2 timeouts. 6:43 to go first half. Erica Felker on the bench for Scott City with 2 fouls. Kendall Gentry left corner checks up a 3. Too strong that time in the backside board for Alexa Weeder, her third. That was a good look for Gentry, and she'll take a coast-to-coast layup. Good. Weeder with 16, and it's 29-20. Goodland erupting here in the first 90 seconds of this second quarter as they now have a 15-point lead. Scott City, to boot there, they have their point guard and second leading scorer Erica Felker on the bench with 2 fouls. Trying to drive in. She creates contact and draws the contact with 2 free throws coming up here. Nope, they're going to say this is on the floor. That's on Jaxie Mitchek, her second, team's 4th. Brinley Stevens in to replace Cheyenne Kramer. So they're going to say it's a foul on the floor. So Mitchek and Olivia Lehman with 2 fouls apiece for Goodland. And they'll get Mitchek out of there as Bierman back in. Here's Gentry trying to inbound it in to avoid the 5 count. Just gets it into Brooks Strine, left baseline. Now trying to get it to Lewis. The ball's thrown away. Scott City already with 4 turnovers here in the second quarter in the first 2 minutes. Weeder wide open right corner 3. No. Rebound tipped around. And Kendall Gentry gets another rebound. That's her 3rd. She leads Scott City in rebounds here in this first half. 5:50 to go, second quarter. Mackenzie Metzger, bullet pass here. Stevens from behind the defense. Her bank shot, oh, just too strong. And the rebound backside to Lindsey Keir for Goodland. Goodland trying to add to their 9-0 run here in the second quarter. Owens, and she is pushed by Strine in the back. That'll be her first, team's 4th of the half. With 5:39 to go, second quarter, is Megan Trout set to check in. In for Goodland will be Haley Locklinger. She'll replace Lindsey Keir. Trout in to replace Mackenzie Metzger. Scott City goes a little bigger with their lineup. 5:39 to go, second quarter. Weeder to inbound it in. 15-point Cowgirl lead. Scott City had it to a 2 late first quarter whistle. They're going to say kicked ball. Looked like it went off the knee, but official had a better angle than I did. And he's a little closer to the scene than I am. No instant replay, of course. Into Owens from point blank, no. Rebound loose. Last touch by Scott City. And Goodland will keep it with 5.5 to go first half. 29-14 Goodland leads. Scott City yet to score here in this first quarter. I'll get it up top with the Cowgirls. Now Weeder turns down the 3, looking to drive in. Skip pass right side to Hrenik. Entry feed to Owens, who's double teamed. Goes around Strine. Her shot is partially blocked, tipped around, and rebounded by Blockler. She got around 2 Lady Beavers there, and here's a Bierman straightaway 3. No. Rebound Strine this time will wrest it away, and she'll push it across. Well, almost. She uses up her dribble. But she got her 3rd rebound in the process to Gentry as we approach 5 to go first half. 29-14 Goodland lead. Scott City with the ball. Stevens with it. And now up top to Brooke Strine. Strine will go left to the pass to Kendall Gentry. Gets a screen, goes to her right. Almost a foul there. Right side, Lewis turns down the 3 quickly up top. She was quickly guarded. Now here's Strine. Her turn on jumper in the paint. That is good. Nothing but net. She has 7. 29-16 with 4:46 to go first half. And a first basket for Scott City in over 3 minutes. A much needed basket as well. Their first points of the quarter. Goodland with 9 points in about 92 seconds. Ball loose, but picked up by her, and it got high. And right block it goes. Shot blocked by Strine, and she grabs the rebound on Haley Blocklinger. Her 2nd or 3rd block and her 4th rebound for Scott City. As we approach the midway point of this second quarter, right side it goes to Avery Lewis. Up top of the bounce pass to Megan Trout. Trout holds it. She'll go right with the pass to Kendall Gentry. She'll get around the screen, goes to the foul line. Nice give and go to Trout. Oh, through her hands and out of bounds. Trout couldn't quite collect the pass, and that'll be turnover number 11 on Scott City. Lindsey Keir in. Jordan Owens out, and also in Jaxie Mitchek to replace Telexa Weeder. So both teams have gone 3 deep in their bench in the first half as we're near the midway point of period 2. 29-16 Goodland leads. They haven't scored in 2 minutes, almost 2.5 minutes. Around left side, left baseline, it goes to Lindsey Keir, backside. Mitchek shot crawls off, rebound, trying to collect it, already her 5th board. She'll bring it across, and she'll be fouled from behind with 3:51 to go second quarter. Erica Felker is going to check in here. Lindsey Keir, her first, 5th team foul on Goodland. And also Mackenzie Metzger and Brinley Stevens, and also Kendall Gentry check out of the Scott City lineup. Lady Beavers with the ball down 13. So Felker has to be careful with 2 fouls as she gets the ball off the inbounds. Man-to-man Goodland defense. Now Strine through her hands, and Scott City with turnover number 12. That's really been the Achilles heel for Scott City in the first half. They're down 13, but playing much better against Goodland for the first time. Almost a foul by Strine. That would have been her 2nd. Right side to Mitchek, or correction to Bierman. Ball almost stolen away by Metzger, and then it is. Goodland's 3rd turnover. Good defense. Here's Felker trying to take it all the way. Oh, she walks with it. Got out of control there in the 13 Scott City turnover. As Alexa Witter returns. Who's she going to check in for? It'll be Jason Hrenik. 29-16, Scott City down by 13. 3:20 to go first half, and despite all the turnovers Scott City has had, they've really played Goodland much better this second time around than they did in the first half. And Metzger with another steal. She'll take it all the way. Her layup is good. Metzger with the first basket, and it's 4 in a row for the Lady Beavers, to within 11 now at the 3-minute mark of the first half, 29-18. Back-to-back Cowgirl turnovers there. Back-to-back steals by Metzger. This time she gets a basket to go on her first shot attempt of the night. Under 3 to go first half. With it is Lindsay Cure. Man-to-man Scott City defense. Mitchek from 16. His shot is in and out. Rebound Weeder, and the putback is good. She has 7 in the quarter, already 18 and a half, 31-18. 2:43 to go first half. Scott City in the front court. Metzger right side to Avery Lewis, looking to drive in, spin move, loses it, picks it back, goes up, and she's fouled. She'll get 2 free throws, says official Lane Biggie with 2:34 to go second quarter. That'll be team foul number 6. If that's on Mitchek, that's her third. Correction, that's on Haley Bierman, her first. So Lewis to the line where she's 51% on the year. Scott City 1 of 2. Goodland is 2 of 2 tonight. And the free throw off the back iron. Lewis will get another one. She has 3 points. Cheyenne Kramer in for Megan Trout. Jordan Owens in for Haley Blocklinger for Goodland. 31-18. Scott City down by a baker's dozen. 2:34 to go second quarter. Second free throw off the back iron as well. Strine with the rebound. One dribble goes to her left, high off the glass, and she has 9. She has 9 points and 6 rebounds, back to an 11-point game with 2:25 to go first half at 31-20. Strine's having a really nice night here. Up top with it is Jackson Mitchek guarded by Felker. Those two have 2 fouls each. Lindsay Cure guarded by Strine. Now here's Wade, her cut. Her scoop shot right side. A tough shot around Kramer. She has 19. 33-20. 2:05, or make that 20 in the first half. 2 minutes to go before halftime. She has 20 of their 33 points. Kramer with it. Pivots into Strine through a double team. She'll take it strong to the rack, and she can't get the runner to go. And Telexa Weeder with her 5th rebound. She has 20 points and 5 rebounds. Underneath is Cure, but good help defense by Lewis, recovering and knocks the ball out of bounds. Still going to be Cowgirl basketball with 1:47 to go first half. Strine with 9 points and 6 rebounds already in this first half. As Scott City goes to his zone, here's a screen and a 3 for the corner. It's good for Weeder. My goodness, she's had a half. 36-20 with 1:36 to go first half. She has 23 of their 36 points and a steal by Lindsay Cure up top on a deflected pass. She'll go left on Metzger, and that'll be a block on Mackenzie Metzger, her second and the team's 5th of the half with 1:27 to go before intermission. One thing, you cannot pass over the top of Goodland. You got to go around them. And unfortunately for Metzger, she learned that the hard way. Avery Lewis checks out. Mitch and Gentry back in, and Goodland back up now with a 16-point lead and make it an 18-point game. Lindsay Cure, her first basket off the inbounds, 38-20, 1:20 to go first half. If there's anything that's really hurt Scott City, it's been the turnovers, and Goodland has made him pay here in this first half. Felker trapped out high, needs help to avoid the 5 count, and she's going to be tied up. It'll still stay Scott City ball in the possession arrow. The 69 seconds to go first half. 38-20. Goodland on an 18-6 run in this second quarter. They've had runs of 9 and 7 in this period. They're currently on that 7-0 run after Scott City had it to within 11. Right corner to Felker, quick release on the 3, that's blocked, but right to Strine. She'll go up and score it. She has 11 off their 7th rebound, and it's 38-22. 1 minute to go first half. Up top with it is Goodland. Mitchek to the left side, now lobs it right to the hands of Cheyenne Kramer. 5th Goodland turnover this half. Lady Beavers down 16, 45 first half seconds remain. Felker right side to Mackenzie Metzger. Metzger trying to clear out into Strine, has great position, goes to right, bank shot, yes, she has 13. Boy, the stars are out for both teams there. 38-24, 35 seconds to go first half. Strine with quite a first half as well. She has a baker's dozen. She has 13 of Scott City's 24 points. 20 seconds to work, second quarter. Goodland may go for the final shot. They have the 14-point lead. Lady Beavers the last 4 of the ball game. Weeder holds it out high. 15 seconds to work. Scott City does have a foul to give, but if you're Metzger or Felker, you don't want to commit that foul. That would be your 3rd. If you're Strine, you don't want to commit that foul. That would be your 2nd. With 5 seconds, with 4, trying to get a screen as Weeder stops, pops the 3. And a rebound, and that's in your first half as Gentry kind of got popped out high. But no foul, they let it play. 38-24 your halftime score. Goodland goes on an 18-10 second quarter run to lead by 14 at the break. We'll come back in 3 minutes for this halftime show and stats and more. This is Beaver basketball.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
With over 10 years of experience, Jamie at JW Enterprise can repair your windshield quickly and conveniently. Even if you don't have time to make it to the shop, Jamie can fix your windshield from your home, or he can come get your vehicle for you. JW Enterprise is insured and Safe Flight certified. He might be operating under a different name, but Jamie still provides the same quality of service. Let Jamie at JW Enterprise fix that chip in your windshield now. Find JW Enterprise on Facebook or give him a call at 785-260-7773.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
Scott City, Adam Kadavy with you here in your Precision Ag and Seed halftime show. 38-24, the Goodland Cowgirls are the 14-point lead at the break, but Scott City, despite all the turnovers, they have played Goodland much tougher, much better than they did the first time around. Been a barrage of turnovers in the first half in the strings that led Goodland to their big runs in the first half. And that's the big reason why they've got that lead here. And they've shot the ball really well, but they've had some high percentage shots as well. For Scott City, they've been pretty good in the first half. Brooke Strine leading the way, and she had 8 of Scott City's 10 points in that second quarter. She ended up with 13 points and 7 rebounds unofficially in that first half. Erica Felker had some foul trouble in the first half. She finished with 6 points on 2 threes. That was back-to-back threes in that first quarter. Scott City would hit 3 threes in a row there in that first quarter, but struggled since then. There was a little foul trouble in the turnovers. Then you had 3 for Avery Lewis. Mackenzie Metzger with the layup for her 2 points off a steal in that first half. Scott City with 14 turnovers. That's what's really killed them. And then you had 5 fouls for the Lady Beavers and 4 steals. They had 13 rebounds. They were out-rebounding Goodland in that first half, 13-9. As they had 8 defensive and 5 offensive. For Goodland, it's Alexa Witter. What a half she's had. 23 points. She hit just 2 threes. She did have a 3-point play as well. 4 for Olivia Lehman. She got into foul trouble in the first quarter, didn't play the second quarter. That's a factor for her there. Haley Bierman had a first quarter 3. Jaxie Mitchek, Lindsey Kieran, Jason Hernick, and Jordan Owens each with 2 in the first half for the Goodland Cowgirls, as they had just 5 turnovers, 5 fouls rather. They did have 10 steals, 9 rebounds, 5 defensive and 4 offensive. Halftime show once again presented by Precision Ag and Seed. 38-24, Lady Beavers up at the break. Let's take a 2-minute break. This is Scott City basketball.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We are more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
Faro Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Faro Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides over 250 new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealership in Scott City.
For your halftime score for Goodland as they lead the Scott City Lady Beavers. And first half stats, both teams shot the ball really well in the first half. Out of all the turnovers that Scott City had, they shot the ball 50% from the floor at 10 of 20. I think you take that anytime. They've been shooting the ball better here as of late. They were just 13 of 32 in that first meeting. And for Scott City, they were 3 of 7 on threes. 7 of 13 on 2-point baskets and just 1 of 4 at the foul line. So both teams have only been to the free throw line 2 different occasions here. Scott City 1 of 4, Goodland 3 of 3. For the Cowgirls of Goodland, they were 16 of 29 for 55% at the line in the first half. 3 of 11 on threes, 13 of 18 though on 2-point baskets, and they got a lot of points in the paint there in that first half. And if I had the old chart there, I could tell you exactly what their percentage was in the paint there. But they had 13 2-point baskets, and they were 3 of 3 at the line in the first half. Foul trouble for both teams. Erica Felker, Mackenzie Metzger with 2 for the Lady Beavers. Goodland, Jaxie Mitchek with 2. Olivia Lehman with 2. Substate play begins on Monday. Goodland will host Larned in the Substate quarterfinal game. Scott City, it's either going to be a road trip to Colby or Lakin, depending on how Lakin does tonight. They could force a tiebreaker scenario. I'll try to get an updated score on that one if we can. Tipped off at 6 o'clock. That's been... Right now, it's in the early fourth quarter. Wichita County girls are leading Lakin 30-27. So if that score holds, that means it's Scott City at Colby on Monday night at the Event Center, we believe. It'll be Goodland's ball to begin the third 8 minutes of play. They'll have Telexa Weeder, also Haley Bierman, Jaxie Mitchek, Olivia Lehman, and Lindsay Cure. For Scott City, Avery Lewis starting the half. Erica Felker, Cheyenne Kramer, Brooke Strine, and Kendall Gentry. Third quarter officially underway here inside the Max Jones Fieldhouse. Up top with it is Haley Bierman. Bounce pass to Cure, pivots. Through left guard by Strine, and the Lady Beavers go man-to-man. Lewis guarding Weeder. Now in the paint to Lehman over Kramer. No. And the rebound to Cheyenne Kramer. Good defense that time by the junior Kramer on Lehman. Scott City with their first possession of the half, down 14. Gentry pivots now. Kramer back to Gentry out high. Goodland also man-to-man. Nice cut. Strine goes in. Left side lip. Yes. She has 15, and Scott City to within a dozen here with 7:23 to go third quarter at 38-26. Lehman up top, goes left side to Telexa Weeder, and that pass is thrown away. And Goodland with their 6th turnovers, a little miscommunication there. And Scott City can inch a little closer here with the basket. Even with a 3 or a 3-point play, they can get this down to single digits here early third period. First minute of the second half into Strine, goes to her left, and she's going to be drawing the blocking foul on Haley Bierman. That'll be her second. As that time, Strine almost ran over the 5'5" junior. 7:05 to go third quarter. Coach Bill Bierman questioning Lane Biggie about the call there and what he saw. And Biggie gives the explanation. Strine with it, goes to right behind her. Deflected but picked up by Felker. Back up top to Kendall Gentry. First minute of this third period. 12-point Goodland lead. Scott City the ball. Strine at the foul line. Jumper no. Rebound to Lindsay Keir, her third board of the night. Left sideline, it goes to Haley Bierman. Now up top to Keir. Goes right side to Mitchek. Now the foul line to Telexa Witter. Goes to her left, almost shuffled her feet there. And then we get a hand check call there on Scott City underneath with 6:42 to go third quarter. I believe that'll be on Kendall Gentry, and it is her first. Both teams of the foul apiece, third quarter. 38-26 Goodland lead. Inbound up top, it'll go to Bierman. Now they're working around to Mitchek, right side to Lexa Weeder for a deep three. Crawls off, rebound, and Scott City and Goodland will let that trickle out of bounds, and it'll belong to the Lady Beavers. Scott City has scored the last 6 points of this half. Goodland's had runs of 8, 9, and 7 in this game. A little full court pressure by Goodland. Scott City with it. Gentry uses upper dribble, now needs help. Trying to find Strine, but throws it away. Goodland, or Scott City's 15th turnovers. Pivots Keir up top to Olivia Lehman. Turns down the three. She'll drive in and run into Felker. No foul call. The bank shot, no, but right to Lindsay Keir for the follow-up. Keir with her fourth rebound and her fourth point makes it 40-26. Goodland with 6:08 to go third quarter. Now with it, Cheyenne Kramer, she'll launch a left side three, almost banked in, and the rebound to Olivia Lehman for Goodland. Kramer, her second shot attempt after hitting 2 threes against Colby last week. 5:50 to work third stanza. 2 Lady Beavers to check in next dead ball. Here's Weeder going around Strine, can't get it to go, but Strine commits foul number 2 and team number 2 of the half. And Weeder with 23 in the game heads to the line for 2 free throws. If you're wondering, Weeder's career high has been 40 points. That was against Burlington this year here in the first round of the topside tip-off as she hits that free throw. Goodland 4 at the line, and they extend their lead to 15. Jordan Owens and Jason Herenig for Goodland. Jackson Midcheck and Olivia Lehman check out in for Scott City. Mentioned earlier, Mackenzie Metzger and Megan Trout. Out will be Kendall Gentry, and I believe my second free throw is good. Makes it 42-26. Cheyenne Kramer out. Now they have a trap on Felker, and she's going to be tied up. It'll still be Scott City ball in the possession arrow here with 5:47 here in the third. Scott City, and then Goodland will back off. Then they'll set up in a 1-3-1 half-court set. Mackenzie Metzger's pass knocked down. Now she gets it to Felker across the half-court stripe. Now Avery Lewis to drive the left baseline, and she draws a blocking foul. Oh, no, they changed that to a charge. That'll be a GIF there. Block charge. They call it a charge on Lewis, her first. Scott City's third foul of the half with 5:34 to go third quarter. Said the defender beat her to the punch there. The 42-26. Goodland with the lead in the ball. 5:20 to go third stanza. Left wing to Jason Hernig. Pass behind Telexa Weeder. Can't get the shot to go. Got her own rebound. And then she's fouled by Felker and one. Oh, that was a tough break for Scott City. 44-26. Erica Felker also commits foul number 3, and already 4 fouls on Scott City in this second half of 5:15 to go third period. Only one for Goodland. Weeder to the line where she is perfect on the night, 3 of 3, and make it 4 of 4, and makes it 45-26 with 5:15 to go third quarter. This has been a long second half already. With it as Metzger goes right to Strine in the front court. On the right sideline, pulls up as we approach 5 to go third period. Left side to Felker, guarded tightly by Weeder. To skip it over right side, Avery Lewis looking in. Holds it, now finds Strine. Ball deflected and kept alive by Mackenzie Metzger. Right baseline to Avery Lewis. Into Strine, catches it, goes up. A lot of contact. They do not call the foul. Lewis with the shot blocked, and then they got a foul on the backside. And I believe that'll send Lewis to the line for 2. We're going to get that on Telexa Weeder, her first. Avery Lewis back to the line. Second team foul on Goodland this half. Timeout on the floor. It's going to be taken by Goodland. We'll keep it right here. It's a 30 with 4:53 here in the third quarter. Scott City down 19. Basketball presented here by Scott Pro Security State Bank. Also Scott County Records, Scott County Hospital, Scott Cooperative Association, Scott Community Foundation, Scott City Pharmacy, Giftologist, also Scott City Ice Center, Road and Bing Green Agency. Also Richards Financial Services, R&R Pallet, R Brothers Auto Body Mechanic, Precision Ag and Seed. Also want to thank Pokey Feeders, Platinum H Insurance, Plain Jan's, New Life Market, Northern Supply, Miller Veterinary Clinic, Midwest Mixer, Western Bearing, Metzger Appraisals, and Metzger Family Farms, McCarty Family Farm, Floden Tree Farms and Livestock, Lebanon and Tree, and Jackson Legal Group. 2 free throws for Avery Lewis here out of the 32nd break. 0 for 2 at the line here tonight. The 5'9" sophomore looking for a 4th point, and she'll get it there. Scott City now 2 of 5 at the line. They end another 7-0 Goodland run, 45-27 with 4:53 to go third quarter. Jaxie Mitchek and Olivia Lehman in. Out will be Telexa Weeder and Jordan Owens. So Goodland, as I mentioned, they're a tall team. You have 6-foot Telexa Weeder, 6-foot Lindsey Kier, 5'11" Olivia Lehman, and 5'10" Jordan Owens. And then, yeah, Blocklinger is 5'9", and the free throw good for Lewis. She hits them both. She's 2 of 4th line, makes it a 17-point game. But it's a 7-4 run here for Goodland in the first 3+ minutes of this quarter. 45-28 your score. Up top with it is Jaxie Mitchek, guarded by Lewis out high. Now goes right to Olivia Lehman, guarded by Strine. Looking to fake the pass. Now here's a shot left side. Bierman from 17. She has her 5th point. 47-28, 4:27 to go third stanza. And Goodland pushes the lead back up to 19. In the front court now with it is Erica Felker. Goodland goes back to that 1-3-1. Scott City's had issues with it, and there's that right there. They throw it away, their 17th turnover. It can be pretty challenging on a 1-3 when Goodland, with their length, runs that 1-3-1, and they have their taller players up on the front 4. 4:11 to go third quarter. 47-28. Goodland with the lead in the ball. Scott City in a 2-3. Now Metzger is going to tie it up. Good defense. She's really played pretty good defense tonight. Blocklinger tied up there with Metzger. It's going to be Goodland's ball in the possession arrow. Just a couple seconds past the midway point of this third quarter. Goodland inbounded in. They get it to Lehman. That's good position. Her bank shot is good. She has a half a dozen. 49-28, their largest lead with 3:52 to go third quarter. And Scott City now with their largest deficit of the night at 21. In the front court to Strine. Holds it. 1-3-1 Goodland with their zone defense. They put the shortest player on the back end of that, and Scott City will throw it away for a second straight time off the fingertips of Brooke Strine as they try to get her cutting the basket. And Scott City's 18th turnover. Haley Bierman out to Lexa Weeder in. And Scott City with the trio of players. Brinley Stevens, Cheyenne Kramer, Kendall Gentry. Out will be Erica Felker. Mackenzie Metzger and Avery Lewis out for Scott City. 49-28 Cowgirl lead. They've slowly pushed their lead up to 21. That's their largest of the night. 3.5 to go third quarter. Weeder with the screen gets a 3 up, and we're going to get a push off the 3 on Scott City as they were trying to fight through the screen. Brad Dinas on the call. The foul will be charged to Kendall Gentry. That's her 2nd. Team's 5th. Be Goodland's ball on the baseline with 3:27 to go third quarter. Inbound into Blockler, quick entry feed into Weeder. No. On the shot, rebound, fought for. Trickles outside. Now it's going to be ripped away by Jason Herenick. So Goodland with another crack at it. They've rebounded better here in this third quarter. They'll get it in position. They're going to get a push over the back on Strine. That'll be her 3rd. And Scott City's 6th foul with 3:11 to go third quarter. It's been physical. They've let him play a lot underneath. That one was a little bit too much contact. He couldn't go over the top, and she did. 3:11 to go third quarter. Felker in. She'll replace Brinley Stevens. And then is Avery Lewis. Who's she going to be in for? Probably Strine. Yep. Gets Strine her first breather of the night. And the inbounds, the shot is good. 51-28. Lehman with 4 in the quarter, 8 for the game, and Goodland now up by 23 with 3 minutes to go third quarter. Kendall Gentry almost stepped over the backcourt, and now with it is Felker trying to weave her way through, and she gets it stripped, and she gets it back, and she's going to be called for a travel, and Scott City's 3rd consecutive turnover, their 19th of the night. Goodland's starting to pull away here. They're on a 13-2 run over the last 3.5 minutes, and have it 51-28, 2:45 to go third quarter. Mitchak with it, goes right to Telexa Witter. Scott City's zone, but then intercepted. Here's Kendall Gentry going left side. Her layup, too strong, but got her own rebound. She'll put it up and can't get that one to go. She'll go up a 3rd time. This time she's fouled, and she'll have 2 free throws. That time Gentry let the defender Mitchak go blow by her there and couldn't get that one. Then she padded her rebounding stats. Jaxie Mitchak with her 3rd foul, 3rd team foul. 2 free throws for Gentry, 44% in varsity. Yep, she stepped on the foul line, and she'll get 1 more. That's pretty precise. He moves that about a couple centimeters back. The official showed her, even had his foot right over the top there. 2nd free throw coming. That one off the back iron. The rebound to Jaxie Mitchak for Goodland. 51-28. Scott City just 4 points in this quarter here as we're down to 2.5 to go. Entry feed into Lehman. Her shot is blocked, almost got her own rebound, and Cheyenne Kramer got the rebound and got the ball knocked out of her hands. Jason Hrenik out for Goodland. Here with 2:21 to go third quarter. 51-28. Scott City down by 23, and it's really been a struggle. 4 points in this third quarter, and they're going to throw it away for the 20th time here tonight. Their 20th turnover. They had 23 turnovers in the first meeting. Mackenzie Metzger in for Kendall Gentry. With 2:14 to go third quarter. Had the right idea, just her and Strine weren't on the same page. Left side here, now left baseline to Lindsay Cure. Back up top to Telexa Weeder, who has 25 points. She has 28. Here's a 3 for Mitchak. No. Rebound Lewis. Tipped it right in the hands of Strine now for Scott City. Mitchak had a big game against Scott City the first time around at 14. She just has 2 tonight. Minute 45 here in the third. Metzger to Cheyenne Kramer, back to Metzger. Trying to get it to Strine, double team, but right in the hands of Cheyenne Kramer. Back to Felker for a deep 3. That one hits the bounce around and drops home for a third 3 of the night. She has 9. Hit the front of the rim, bounced around and off the back iron and down. 51-31, 1:28 to go third quarter. That'll break a long scoring drought for Scott City of 3 minutes. And also their first field goal in nearly 6. Minute 20 to go third quarter. Whistle, pushing foul on the floor. It's going to bring up a 1-and-1 for Goodland, or the 7th foul on Scott City. And they'll send Lehman to the line. The foul will be on Cheyenne Kramer. That'll be her first. Scott City had 5 fouls the entire first half. They have 7 this third quarter. Lehman with 2 free throws coming. She has 6 points, 2 of 2 at the line, and make it 2 of 3. Rebound picked up by Erica Felker on the baseline. Her first board of the night. 51-31. Minute 12 to go third quarter. Felker in the front court. The pass to Metzger running the point. Goodland man-to-man. Metzger now to Kramer, back to Metzger at eye. Trying to find the screen, and Felker clears out right side. Avery Lewis turns down the 3, drives right side. Then the corner to Cheyenne Kramer. Final minute of this third quarter. If you're in trouble, just knock it off, but here off a defender, but they find Strine. She goes up, her shot is blocked from behind, but they get the hack on Olivia Lehman. That'll be her 3rd, team's 4th of the half. Lehman and Mitchak each with 3 fouls for Goodland with 50 seconds to go third quarter, and 2 free throws for Strine. She is 1 of 2 at the line. She has 15 for Scott City, nearly half their points. Free throw for Strine is good. 51-32 with 50 seconds to go third quarter. Scott City scored the last 4. Lehman is out. Owens is back in for Goodland. Strine's southpaw 2nd free throw down, 51-33. Being looked at by several KCAC schools is Strine. 45 seconds to work third frame. Right side to Jaxie Mitchell, guarded by Erica Felker. Both those players have 3 fouls, so that makes that matchup even more interesting. And it goes to Owens. Ball deflected, almost stolen away, but picked up And 30 seconds to go, third period. Up top, it'll go with a bounce pass to Haley Bierman. Nice backdoor cut, deflected, but picked up by Weeder. Lets the defender go by, missed the shot. Follow-up, no. That time by Mitchek, and it's tracked down by Mackenzie Metzger, who's trapped and does a good job of knocking it off of Cowgirl with 14 seconds to go, third quarter. (51-33). Scott City has scored the last 5 of the game. Here down to 10 seconds. Ball deflected. That ball's out of bounds. As knocked out by Cures. They go back to that 1-3-1. 7 seconds to go, third quarter. Metzger to inbound it. Does so to Avery Lewis in the backcourt. Now Lewis with it with 4 seconds, needs help. Finds Erica Felker, turns down the deep three, finds Stride underneath, her shot up, yes! Right at the end of the third quarter. Makes it a 16-point game, 51-35. And Scott City scored the final 7 points of the third frame to pull to within 16. We'll come back in a minute for the fourth quarter. This is Scott City basketball.
To us, it's about so much more than just...
Scott City has pulled to within 16. They're on a 7-0 run to close out that final couple minutes of the third quarter. Goodland has not scored in the last 3 minutes. It's 51-35. Entry feed to Owens over Kramer, puts it up, and they'll get a push on Cheyenne Kramer. That'll be her second, the team's 8th. And Jordan Owens, who's 47% at the line, has 2 points tonight, has 2 free throws coming. Right now with 32 seconds to go, Wichita County has a 4-point lead against Lake in 39-35, so that holds. Scott City will be at Colby next week. Free throw for Owens, rims in and out. Goodland started 6 of 6 to the line. They're now 6 of 8. They are led in scoring tonight by Telexa Weeder with 28 points. Scott City led by Brooke Strine with 19. Those 2 seniors shining here tonight. Missed them both, and Strine with another rebound, and that's a foul on Goodland. So Strine with 19 points and 9 boards. Weeder's second foul, 5th on the Cowgirls this half. Jordan Owens out. Scott City leading the rebounding edge 23-16 as well. 7:43 to go here in the fourth. Scott City trying to add to their 7-0 run. That ball deflected. Nice job by Strine of tipping it over to Felker. Now Lewis, wraparound pass, trying to get it to Felker, knocked out by Cure. At 51-35. Here with 7.5 to go. Here's left side Avery Lewis. Back to 1-3-1 go the Cowgirls. Scott City, as I mentioned, led by Brooke Strine, 19, Erica Felker at 9. And it goes to Strine, catches, goes to her left. Shot, no. A lot of contact, but more of kind of a flop that time. But anyways, Goodland with the board in the hands of the leader, who also is nearing a double-double. She has 7 rebounds. At high, here's a right wing 3 for Mitchek. That is good. Her first 3 of the night and her 17th of the year. Makes it 54-35. Timeout Goodland. It's a 30-second timeout with 7:03 to go. So Goodland ends the 7-0 Scott City run. And Goodland with their second timeout of the night here. Late in the fourth quarter, about 20 seconds ago, Lakin, I believe, has the ball down 2 against Wichita County, 39-37. Why we're paying attention to that game a lot? Because if Lakin does beat Wichita County, that would force a tie between Colby and Lakin for that number 3 spot. They would go to a coin flip, and that would kind of leave who Scott City would play next up in the air, maybe till tomorrow. Holcomb defeated Syracuse tonight 63-48. And so Holcomb now improves their record to 12-8. So a Lakin loss would mean that Lakin would go to Holcomb next week. Now the timeout. Left side he goes. Up top, here's Felker for a left side 3-4-4-3. Oh, that went him halfway in and out. And the rebound and a whistle and a tie-up. It'll belong to Scott City, as that time Bierman was tied up after she had grabbed it. And Felker couldn't quite get her 4-3 of the night. She's battled foul trouble for that first half. 6:50 to go in this one. Felker to trigger it up top to Kendall Gentry. We'll put on the floor once to Avery Lewis. She has 5 points tonight for Scott City. Lewis backing in on Weeder. Will take a strong her layup. Oh, she draws a contact. Boy, that was a good move by the sophomore against Hill State. Or Telexa Weeder draws her third, or picks up her third foul. 15th foul with 6:42 to go. 2 free throws for Lewis, where she's 2 of 4 tonight. Scott City 5 of 10, and make it 6 of 11. 54-36. And is Megan Trout replacing Cheyenne Kramer with 6:42 to go. And second free throw is also good for Lewis. She has 7. 54-37. Back to a 17-point game. 6:40 to go in this one. Underneath, through the hands of Olivia Lehman and out of bounds. Turnover number 8 on Goodland. Scott City has 20 turnovers tonight. That has really hurt them a lot. .6:30 to go. Felker into the front court. Needs help, but she uses up her dribble, finds Brooke Strine. Both teams down to 3 timeouts left. Now off of Felker's hand cutting and intercepted that time by Haley Bierman. 21st Scott City turnover. Telexa Weeder takes it all the way, missed the shot to left, and Erica Felker with her second rebound of the night. 6:13 to go. Felker to take it in the front court. Scott City down 17, fighting hard against the number 1 ranked team in 3A, a team that's got the most wins in a row here in the state at 32 coming into tonight. Trout up top with it. Now off a screen. Here's Felker trying to get into Strine. Almost stolen away, but picked up by Strine. Pivots. Finds right side Avery Lewis. Almost took the 3 over Weeder, but probably a good idea not to. Trying to find a cutter. Finds Strine. She'll take it. Her shot blocked out of there by Kier. And Lewis picked up though and down the floor to an open Olivia Lehman all by herself for her 8th point. 56-37. 5:38 to go in the game. With it is, they find Strine. Underneath, goes to her left. Bank shot, no, off to left. Rebound fought for her, into the hands. And they're going to call a tie-up. That'll be Goodland's ball as Olivia Lehman picks up the rebound there. Checking in for Goodland will be Jason Herenick. And Haley Blocklinger. Out will be Telexa Weeder and Lindsay Cure. Down to 5:18 to go in this one. And a nice backdoor feed. Here's Olivia Lehman for 2 and 1. She now has 10 in the game, and it's 58-37 with 5:10 to go. Brooke Strine will pick up her 4th foul. 9th team foul on Scott City with 5:10 to go. 6 fouls called on Goodland this half, 9 on Scott City. Lehman back to line where she's 2 of 3. She has 10 points here on senior nights and make it 11. 59-37, 5:10 to go. As Goodland has scored the last 5 in this game, they slap on full court pressure and they'll throw it away for their 22nd turnover. In for Goodland is Jordan Owens replacing Olivia Lehman. Exits with 11. Mackenzie Metzger in for Erica Felker. So right now, Wichita County up by 3 with 9 seconds to go at Lake and 40-37. Up top with it is Haley Bierman. Left side, it goes to Herenick. They're working around the horn. Under 5 to go. Right baseline to Blocklinger. Up top. Now left side Owens. Her jumper. Short rebound. Good position underneath by Cheyenne Kramer for Scott City. And now to Mackenzie Metzger running the point here. This is only 1 senior on the floor combined. That's for Goodland. Of course, Scott City only has 1 senior, so this is kind of the futures game here. 4:35 to go, and they're going to go whistle and a foul up top on Goodland. That sends Scott City to the line for a 1-and-1. No, they're going to call that, on Scott City. They're going to say Gentry cleared out. And that's her third foul with 4:33 to go. Team's 10th on Scott City. And the 23rd Scott City turnover. So that went final. Lake and Falls, the girls do at Wichita County, 40-37. So that means it's Scott City and Colby next Monday up at the Event Center, I believe. And that means Holcomb is going to host Lakin. 4:23 to go. Owens right baseline jumper, too strong, right in the hands of Avery Lewis, her 5th board of the night. She has 7 points and 5 boards. A trio of Cowgirls to check in next dead ball. 4:12 to go. We may have one of those type of curtain calls here for Goodland with their 4 seniors in their final home game of the regular season. Right baseline, Metzger draws the push. 1-and-1 coming up. That'll be a foul on Hrenik, her first. That's the 7th Cowgirl foul. And that'll send Metzger to the line where she is 2 of 4 on the year. Has a 1-and-1 coming up. To Lexa Weeder, Olivia Lehman, Lindsay Curran. Out will be Haley Blocklinger. Also Jaxie Mitchek and Blocklinger mentioned you, and out for Goodland. Metzger to the line for 1-1. Free throw good. She has 3, and she'll get the bonus. 59-38, 4:03 to go. This is a 62-38 game right before Christmas. Brooke Strine in for Megan Trout. Second free throw off the back iron and down. Metzger with 4. 59-39 as we're at that midway point of the 4th quarter. Weeder with it now to Owens at the foul line. Almost stripped out. There it is. Metzger with her 3rd steal tonight. She's been a pest for those Cowgirls tonight. Out high. 3:45 to go. Felker gets a screen, goes left toward the block, then flips it to Strine. She'll try to drive in, and she's going to draw a foul on the floor. That'll be the 4th on Olivia Lehman, and the team's 8th with 3:38 to go. It's been kind of a game that hasn't had a lot of flow in this second half. And a 1-1 for Strine, trying to hit the 20-point mark with 3:38 to go. Front end of the 1-1 is good. She'll get the bonus. She's been held to 7 points this half, but still a pretty good mark. And for the 3rd time this year, Goodland allows, make that for the 4th time this year, Goodland allows 40 points in a game with 3:38 to go. Free throw number 2 rattles home. 21 for Strine. 59-41. Last 4 points of the game belong to the Beavers at the line. They're 6 of 6 there in the 4th quarter. 11 of 16 for the game. Cure with it, left baseline to Jordan Owens with 3:28 to go. Now up top, that goes to Haley Bierman. Right side to Telexa Weeder. Now short corner there to Olivia Lehman. Up top, they're working now left side to Cure. 3:20 to go in this one. 18-point Goodland lead with the ball. Owens. Ball hasn't touched the floor here on this half-court set. Weeder will fire the deep 3, and she'll bury it. Her 32nd point. 62-41 with 3:06 to go. And just her 3rd 3 of the night. Felker with it with under 3 to go. She'll lob it into Strine, catches it, goes to her left, bank shot, crawls in. She has had a great night as well. 62-43 with 2:50 to go. She has 23. Boy, these 2 seniors on both sides, almost a steal by Metzger. They've had some big nights here. Second most points allowed by Goodland this year, by the way, or 3rd most points, excuse me. They gave up 44 to Burlington and 46 to Hugoton and 45 to Garden City. Actually, it's the 4th time they've allowed more than 40 points this year. Or 5th time, how about that? Owens shot blocked by Strine, and Metzger comes in for the board. They have not allowed more than 46, though, all year. 2:16 to go. Scott City has that chance. If they could hit a 3, they would match that. But they throw it away. Miscommunication, Scott City's 24th turnover. I might have jinxed him there. 2 minutes to go. It was 62-38 last time around. It's 62-43 now. Out high to Weeder for another 3. That one off to left, and the rebound, oh, it's going to be saved into play by Goodland. Nice hustle by Olivia Lehman there. Now finds Cure for a deep two, and she misses that one. The rebound, trying to get it is Felker, but she couldn't, and Flexa Weeder saves the possession. Minute 40 to go. We have a foul out high. Erica Felker picks up her 4th foul, and that'll be the 10th team foul with 1:41 to go. To make the 11th team foul on Scott City. 2 for Weeder. She now has 33. 63-43, 1:41 to go. Libby Cure will replace Olivia Lehman as Coach Bill Bierman's going to clear most of the bench here. Try to bring out the seniors one by one, maybe. We'll see. So Libby Cure, who's the younger sister of Lindsay Cure. She's the youngest Cure in that family, by the way. 62-44 as Weeder checks out with 34 points. 64-43 as Flexa Weeder checks out. And will be Haley Blocklinger replacing Jordan Owens. Still one more senior to go. Lindsay Cure, the only senior out there, is earning their 1-3-1 here with 1:41 to go. 64-43 Goodland. Actually 33, and now layup no for Lewis. Rebound Goodland. Minute 25 to go. 64-43. Good effort tonight by Scott City. They almost force a turnover out high. And now with it is Haley Bierman left side. Here's Lindsay Cure with it. She'll drive in, dish it up top. Here's Mitchek. She'll chuck up a 3 and in and out. Rebound Brooke Strine. She has a double-double. Minute 5 to go in this one. Metzger will bring it into the front court, go to Kramer, then back to Metzger. And last Goodland sub to check in. Right side, here's Avery Lewis trying to drive in, but can't. Now up top to Kramer, 50 seconds to go. Into Strine, catches it, goes to her left. Oh, she lost it off her foot, and turnover number 25 on Scott City. 64-43, right side, her knee shot up, and no, rebound and whistle and a push. Metzger will have a 1-and-1 on the other end. That foul will be on Libby Cure, her first. So Metzger will have her 3rd free throw of the night. Scott City with their 20th defensive rebound of the night. Kendall Gentry in for Scott City. So Brinley Stevens in. And in is Hope Bierman, the 5'5 freshman, replaces their 4th Goodland senior. She checks out for a final time on senior night. Lindsay Cure with 37 seconds to go. So 1-and-1 for Mackenzie Metzger coming up. She has got 4 points tonight. And make it 5. 64-44, 37 seconds to go. You can take out the turnovers, and Scott City played this Goodland team much better. They played with a lot more confidence tonight than they did the first time. And yes, the length forced a lot of issues, but Metzger with back-to-back career high nights. She now at 6. 64-45 with 37 seconds to go. That matches the second most allowed by Goodland this year. They'll get it into Mitchek with 35 seconds, and now to Jason Hrenik. She fumbles it, now almost stolen away. Back into the hands of Haley Blocklinger. Here's a 3 right side, and that's good for Hope Bierman. Her 3rd varsity 3 of the year, 67-45 with 23 seconds to go. 22-point game, and now lob is going to be thrown away by Mackenzie Metzger in the 26th turnover. I think that's one thing she'll have to work on, is faking that first pass and then doing the bounce pass. The pass over the top has been the issue there against this defense tonight, but good effort. You had the right idea. 15 seconds to go. 67-45, Goodland is more than likely going to dribble this one out. But Scott City, despite their 26 turnovers, played really good here tonight at times. Against the number 1 ranked team in 3A, just will fall 22 points short. This one was a much better game than the first time. Goodland had a bigger lead the first time around they played. Final scores, final horn sound 67-45. Goodland wins this one. They're 20-0, and they continue their state-long winning streak at 33 in a row. They will finish undisputed GWAC champs. Scott City will finish 6th in the league. They'll finish 1-5 in the league and 8-12 overall, and they'll have a trip to Colby next week. Our post game to begin in 3 minutes. This is Scott City basketball.
A+ Aviation Services at the Scott City Airport provides...
To us, it's about so much more than just providing the technology. It's about enriching the communities we live in. Because your community is our community. Where you live, where you work, where you play. We do too. Whatever you do, and wherever you are, our service supports you. Next Tech Wireless. We are Kansas.
How would you describe your career?
Rewarding.
It's more than just a job.
Great vacation, great sick pay.
Great opportunities to move forward. Good work environment, good people. Always something new, always something different.
Every day you learn something new.
Their commitment to education is second to none.
They pay for my school.
I love it because we're all one big happy family.
Family.
Family. It's like a family.
Grow your career with American Implement and John Deere.
Women at every stage of life want a healthcare experience uniquely theirs, where excellence meets elegance and healthcare is personalized just for you. Scott County Hospital and Scott City Clinic's skilled physicians and nurses will help your family prepare for the birth of your baby. The private, comfortable, secure rooms for labor, delivery, and postpartum care include jacuzzi tubs for pain management during labor. Call Scott City Clinic to set an appointment today. We put our heart in healthcare.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry Office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
White's Food Liner is located at 1314 South Main Street in Scott City, Kansas. They are open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Home delivery is available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. just by calling 620-872-5854. They are a full-service grocery store offering a wide selection of varieties at affordable prices. Sign up today for their mobile app. Look for it in the App Play Store under White's Food Liner. Don't forget to visit today.
Fairleigh Feed Yard is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairleigh Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
Go to Colby next week after Lakin fell 3 points short to Wichita County 40-37. This was tied early, but Scott City was a part of the game for most of that first quarter, down 20-14. They would give up 9 in a row in the first 92 seconds of the second quarter and trail 29-14. They would battle to within 11 a couple of times there, trail 14 at the break, and then Scott City had it to within 12 early third quarter, and then Goodland went on a 7-0 run, built up a 19-point lead. They would lead 51-35 going to the fourth quarter, and then a 16-10 fourth quarter run by the Cowgirls made the final 67-45. But, you know, take the turnovers on. Scott City played this game much better than they did the first meeting, and that just shows how much or further they are along in this second half of the year. Our Lady Beavers are playing a lot better against a very veteran Goodland team, a very senior-dominated team, a team that just has a lot of length over the top of them. Final numbers here in tonight's ball game. Scott City was led by Brooke Strine. She had 23 points and 10 rebounds unofficially for the Lady Beavers. 9 for Erica Felker on 3 threes. The Lady Beavers had 4 tonight. 7 for Avery Lewis. The new career high for Mackenzie Metzger was 6. And that was the scoring for Scott City. They had 26 turnovers. That was one of their issues here tonight, was the turnover issue. 26 turnovers, and Goodland created that with a lot of their length tonight, and you can't really pass over the top of them. You have to go around them. 16 fouls for the Lady Beavers, 7 steals. Fouls became a factor for Scott City, especially in the first half, and without some of their ball handlers, they really had issues against Goodland, but they did grab 30 rebounds. They did out-rebound Goodland tonight, 30-22 unofficially. 13 of 18 were the Lady Beavers on the line. They were 8 of 8 at the line in the fourth quarter. For Goodland tonight, Alexa Weeder, what a night she had. 33 points, one of her higher point totals of the year. She had 40 against Burlington in December. 11 for Olivia Lehman, the senior there. This is a team with 4 seniors, and all 4 of them scored tonight. I mentioned 11 for Lehman, 5 for Haley Bierman and Jaxie Mitchek. Those are going to be their big weapons next year. 4 for Lindsay Cure, 3 for Hope Bierman, and 2 each for Jason Herenig and Jordan Owens. Goodland tonight had just 10 turnovers, 13 fouls, 15 steals. They had 22 total rebounds, 12 defensive and 10 offensive. And a good effort tonight by the #1 ranked team, by Scott City against the #1 ranked team in 3A in a final tonight of 67-45. Well, mentioned some other scores in the GWAC and the finals of interest here. It was Lakin falling to Wichita County. Lakin falling to Wichita County 40-37. Holcomb beat Syracuse 63-48. So it'll be Colby the 3 seed. Holcomb will host Lakin next Monday, as Lakin with that loss drops to 12-8. Holcomb improved to 12-8. And so that's how that sets up there. And so here's the matchups for the girls' Substate first round. Goodland will host Larned. Cimarron will host Southwestern Heights. They play tonight. Colby will host Scott City, and Holcomb will host Lakin. So that's how the girls are set up on the girls' side. They're doing their senior night festivities here inside the Max, and the girls and boys basketballs also have cheerleaders and I believe maybe wrestling, maybe. No, they don't have that, but some other ones here. But anyways, you get the idea there. We'll try to get Coach Amy Felker here. Let's come back after this 2-minute break. We'll have more of your post-game and bring your pregame. We'll hopefully get an interview with Coach Amy Felker as well. Do that in 2 minutes. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
The world needs more farmers. People who know the land. People who support rural communities. People who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm. We are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
Is your dog ungroomed and smelly? Then come on by the new and improved Wagon Wash, located at 501 Jackson Street in Scott City, Kansas. We added on a dog wash for your pet's hygienic needs. There are 6 different modes you can choose from: shampoo, oatmeal conditioner, rinse, odor control, flea and tick, and blow dry. Our facilities are regularly cleaned, and we have a vending machine full of treats for you and your pet. Follow us on Facebook at Wagon Wash Car Wash.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 controls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, visit us online at scottcf.org.
A final, once again, 67-45 here for the Cowgirls of Goodland over the Scott City Lady Beavers. They haven't started the boys pregame yet here, as they're still doing some senior night picks here. We may get Coach Amy Felker. Kansas State right now, we're unable to carry the broadcast tonight because of Scott City basketball, but they've rallied from a 3-point deficit to take an 11-point lead with 3:24 to go at Octagon of Doom. 65-54, Kansas State leading Baylor, but I tell you what, that's a scary enough Baylor team. There's too much time left, and let's run through the Substate boys. I see Coach Amy Felker making her way toward over here. Let's get this microphone, or cord I should say, untangled here, as we got a tangled mess here below me, and that's partially my doing, but anyways, you get the idea. We'll get that here momentarily. That'll work. And as we'll get Coach Amy Felker here. We'll get the boys started here with the pregame momentarily here, as we'll get Coach Amy Felker on here and recap this game real quickly. And, you know, I tell you, even though the final score is a 22-point game, you guys played much better, and you look more confident against Goodland the first time around.
You know, I would agree with that. You know, we came out and we were not scared at the beginning of the game. We worked hard. You know, it was a 22-point game against a really good team, but we did a lot of good things. You know, our defense was pretty sound for the most part of the game. We were moving the ball and getting the balls to the right places at times. We just got to take care of it more than what we did tonight.
It's just one of those things, again, the length of Goodland just provides a lot of issues.
You know, it does. You know, whether they put the full court press on us or the 1-3-1 half court, when you've got that many girls 6 foot and athletic and can jump and really can move, they're hard. They're a hard team to beat. They're hard for everyone. So, you know, I'm just proud of the girls that they came out and they gave it their best, and, you know, we'll just see where the rest of the year takes us.
You guys had a good first quarter there. I thought, even though you had some turnovers early on there and gave up 8 in a row, I thought that was a really good first quarter. You hung with them, but it was just that opening stretch of the second quarter that kind of did you guys in.
Yeah, we just, you know, first quarter we got some good shots and they were going in, and then the second quarter we didn't get those shots. We turned the ball over, got foul trouble. We just gotta, bounce back, and if they make a run, we have to make the next run, and we just never got that next run going. We really got down there for a little bit.
Yeah, it just was kind of one of those nights where Goodland had a lot of those runs. You guys had some runs, though. You did have a couple of times where you did have some runs there, and I thought it was a big night for Brooke Strine underneath. She had, I think, 23, unofficially.
Maybe, I don't know, 20-something, I think. She did a great job of really taking it to them, drawing some fouls, getting to the free throw line. She just didn't step down. Sometimes, when you get a lot of girls the same height and they double you tend to back off a little bit. She didn't. She was really attacking the basket, knew what she needed to do, and got the job done for us.
I tell you, a player that really stepped up tonight when you needed her was Mackenzie Metzger up top on that defense. She was kind of like one of those pesky gnats among the trees there, and she had about 3 steals, and what a nice layup she had.
She's doing a good job. She's starting to really figure out the rotation on the defense and where she's needed. She has that quick speed, and I keep telling her to be like a cat. Don't always go for the steal. Wait and pick your times to go, and she did, and she got the right times and really did a good job on defense.
But, this is, as we said, this is more competitive game for you guys really this time around than the first time, and you score 45 points. That's only the 5th time this year Goodland has allowed over 40 points, and that's ties for the second most points that Goodland has allowed this year.
Wow, that's impressive. I just know that, the first time we played, they really put a lot of their second, third string people in, even in the first half. And, that's how we got some of our points. And tonight, we were scoring against the best of the best.
Yes.
And we were doing some good things against them. They didn't take them out till the last little bit. So, our girls found a way, and now they know that, hey, we can score against the best of the best. So we just need to do that every night in and out of games.
Well, it's unofficially official, I guess you could say. It's Colby coming up. Lakin lost to Wichita County by 3, so it's round 3 with Colby, and I know you'll be going up to their side, or kind of seeing the crime before Christmas, and I think it's going to be a pretty good game next week.
It will. We're going to be ready to go. We're going to make some changes, and we're going to talk about what we need to do to get that last second shot and move on. I told the girls at halftime, or at the end of the game after that, I said, we got to regroup. This is a fun time. We want to survive, and we want to move on. And game 1 now is going to be Colby, so, we got to be ready to go and believe that we can knock them off and just take one game at a time. And who knows, maybe we'll see Goodland again on next Saturday.
Hey, that would be pretty awesome.
That would be awesome.
You never know. It's March Madness for a reason.
I know. We can knock some people off, maybe.
Yeah, you bet. Well, thanks again. A great effort for your team tonight, but you got to be proud of a lot of things they did here, and even though it was a loss. But thanks again. We'll see you hopefully tomorrow.
All right. See ya. Bye.
All right. Once again, Coach Amy Felker wrapping things up on the girls' side. Lady Beavers fall tonight to the #1 team in 3A, 67-45. Let's come back in 1 minute for the boys pregame with head coach Brian Gentry. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Things that happen in between school and a couple of practices, but was it probably a good time of the year to have a little bit of time off in between games?
Yeah, at this point in time, you're probably looking for fresh legs more than you are clear heads, so it was good to have those days. A couple of light days, obviously with the snow days last week, but we were able to get in and get our prep done for Goodland and feel pretty good about where we're at and ready to go.
Last Tuesday night, what a game it was. Unfortunately, it was a tough loss there for you guys, but what a game, 56-52 against a really good Colby team, and that was just a fun game that went right down to the very end.
Yeah, it was. It was a good game to be a part of. For players, spectators, coaches. Competition usually brings out the best in everybody, and it did that for both teams. I'm sure that they look at a couple possessions in that third quarter where they wanted back and where we didn't go on that run, and the same could be said for us in the second quarter. They go on their run. So very well played ball game, I think, by both teams. They just made one more play down the stretch than we did.
It was a big night for your seniors there, especially Dylan. 20 points for him, and he just was really on fire from out high.
Yeah, you go back and look at it, all of those shots were in a rhythm, and you don't expect somebody to go 6 for 6 from 3 all the time, but the shots that he did take were in rhythm. They were great passes to him. He stepped into it and he's going to continue to shoot those shots. Lawson also shot the ball at a very high clip. I think he was 3 for 4 or something like that at the three-point line. So we shot the ball well. We need to continue to do that, but a lot of that comes from playing in the rhythm that we spoke of and seeking out those opportunities. You get the ball in the paint, you get them kicked out, and you've got great opportunities from there.
Coach Brian Gentry here in the pregame tonight. Scott State takes on Goodland. It's been a long time since you guys faced them right before the Christmas break. A lot has changed since then, but this is a team that's probably playing some of their best basketball right now as well.
Yeah, they are. When they take the floor, I mean, they're a very kind of imposing group. I mean, they're big, they're long, they're athletic. They can shoot. So it is a team that, like we've said, early in the season, we probably put them up there as the number 2, number 3 team in our league, and right now they're playing like it. So we got to do a great job of contesting shots, but not only that, we've got to rebound the ball very well, because with their size, they do offensive rebound well, giving them opportunities for multiple shots per possession. So we've got to do a good job of rebounding. That first time we played them, just a very, very sloppy game, for both sides. I think both teams were up in the 20s on turnovers, so I don't look for that to be the case tonight. I look for both teams to handle that a little bit better. We want to play in the rhythm that we did Tuesday. We want to push when it's there, but when it's not there, we want to run our action and play advantage basketball, whether that be screen and roll game or whatever. But our guys are really confident. They're in a really good spot mentally right now. Physically, they should be rested and ready to go.
Yeah, it's final game of the regular season, and still quite a bit to play for here. Have the outside chance of maybe getting a home game here next week. But once again, it is Scott City and Goodland round 2. Coach Brian Gentry joins me pregame. And Coach, thanks again for the time, and good luck to you guys.
All right, thanks, Adam.
That was Scott City Beaver Coach Brian Gentry. Your pregame interview brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Hugh and Berta Benz and Scott City and Leota. More to come in your pregame show. We'll have a breakdown of matchup, also bring you starters, keys of the game, and the tip-off. After this timeout, this is Scott City Beaver basketball.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
With over 10 years of experience, Jamie at JW Enterprise can repair your windshield quickly and conveniently. Even if you don't have time to make it to the shop, Jamie can fix your windshield from your home, or he can come get your vehicle for you. JW Enterprise is insured and Safe Flight certified. He might be operating under a different name, but Jamie still provides the same quality of service. Let Jamie at JW Enterprise fix that chip in your windshield now. Find JW Enterprise on Facebook or give him a call at 785-260-7773.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities.
We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We are more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
Adam Kadavy back here with you inside Goodland's Max Jones Fieldhouse as we're moments away from the start of this boys game with Scott City and Goodland. This should be a fun one here. Goodland won the first meeting back on the 20th of December, 41-33 in a game where they led the entire way. Scott City tied it 2-2 early in the first quarter, but big runs in that first and early second for Goodland. They were up by 15 at one point in that first half. Scott City had it to within 4 late before they hung on and won by 8 points. 41-33 back before the Christmas break, and this is a Goodland team right now. It's probably about as hot as anybody in 3A, and yeah, they may be 11-8 on the year, but this is a team that's pretty good right now. And they, as I mentioned, are 11-8, trying to get as high as number 2 seed, depending on how Lakin and Wichita County battle tonight. Between the two teams there. But anyways, for Goodland, they average 55.8 points a game. They've won 5 of the last 6. And most of those games have been here at home in the friendly confines. They won 3 games here last week at home against Liberal, Lakin, and Ulysses. And they've been chucking up the threes. They had 13 threes. They were 13 of 20 on threes against Liberal last Monday night. And their 76-50 win. Their only loss, as I mentioned, was at Colby by 1 at 52-51. So, and then they beat Ulysses last week, 74-43 on Friday night here at home, and then they beat Lakin 62-47 here at home last Tuesday night. They're led this year by a variety of players. They have 3 players with at least 9 points and 2 almost 10, or double-digit scores. Brady Brumbaugh, 6'3" sophomore, who's a 3-point threat. He averages just under 13 points a game, and Manny Gonzalez averages just under 10 a game. And then Devontae Hardy, the senior, averages 9. He's one of just 2 seniors on this Goodland team. A team that's very young, very sophomore heavy, kind of like Scott City. So a lot of similarities. These teams are going to battle pretty well for the next few years. You can almost guarantee that. But Mikey Dole has his best team since his first year here in Goodland, and that year they went to the Substate championship game and lost to Phillipsburg, the eventual state runners-up. That was in the Colby Community Building, the old Colby Community Building. But what's at stake for both these teams tonight? Goodland win, they would get at least a high as number 2 seed. And depending on how the Lakin game goes with Wichita County, they would be the number 2 seed. Scott City still has a lot to play for here as well. If they would win tonight and Holcomb would lose, that means it would be a coin flip between Holcomb and Scott City. So there's a lot at stake there as well. Say Holcomb wins, Goodland loses, Lakin loses. You have 3 teams at 11-9, and then you have a whole scenario there of tiebreakers. Goodland is split with both Holcomb and Lakin. Lakin has lost to Holcomb. And so there you go there. So lots to play for here tonight, both sides. Also, in the league standings, Scott City has a chance to tie for 3rd place in the league with Goodland at 3-3 with the win tonight. Goodland, with the win tonight, would be the undisputed 3rd place team all by themselves, and then Scott City would be in a 3-way tie for 4th with Holcomb and Ulysses. So you have a lot to play for both sides here tonight, and it just feels like it's a continuation from last few games that it's playoff basketball. Really, it's been playoff basketball for Scott City since February the 7th. Let's just be frank there. And that's what makes it fun. But Scott City played one of their better games, fell a few points short the other night. We're right there with Colby to the very end. Ended up falling by 4, 56-52. So far, the Beavers led by Jackson Rumford, one of the top post players in the league. The 6'5" sophomore averages 18 points and 8 boards a game. And they had a big night from Dylan Mesker, who had a career-high 20 points, including 6 of 6 on threes. That was huge in that game against Colby, where the Beavers hit 10 of 17 threes. That was a season high. But tonight, the Beavers are going to have to use defense, shut down that three-point threat for Goodland that they have feasted on opponents over the last couple of weeks in order to try to pick up a big win here tonight over the Goodland Cowboys. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back with your starters, keys of the game, and the opening tip-off. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Faro Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Faro Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides over 250 new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealership in Scott City.
To us, it's about so much more than just providing the technology. It's about enriching the communities we live in, because your community is our community. Where you live, where you work, where you play, we do too. Whatever you do, and wherever you are, our service supports you. Next Tech Wireless, we are Kansas.
How would you describe your career?
Rewarding.
It's more than just a job.
Great vacation, great sick pay.
Great opportunities to move forward. Good work environment, good people. Always something new, always something different.
Every day you learn something new.
Their commitment to education is second to none.
They pay for my school.
I love it because we're all one big happy family.
Family.
Family. It's like a family.
Grow your career with American Implement and John Deere.
Starting lineups tonight here, once again presented by Security State Bank in Scott City and Leota. Free bill pay and online banking, safe, secure, and easy to use. Member FDIC. For Scott City, coached by Brian Gentry in his 7th season, assisted by Joey Meyer and Drew Kite. It'll be Dylan Metzger, the 6'1 senior, averaging 10.3 points a game and 2.4 boards. Avery Knoll, the 6'3 junior, at 5.8 points and 4.5 boards a game. Alex Tarango, he is a 5'9 sophomore, 3.6 points, nearly 2 boards a game. Jackson Rumford, the 6'5 sophomore, at 18.1 points and 8.2 boards. And Lawson Bailey, he has a 6'1 senior, 9.8 points and 4.7 rebounds. So once again, for Scott City, Dylan Metzger, Avery Knoll, Alex Tarango, Jackson Rumford, and Lawson Bailey. For the Goodland Cowboys are coached by Mikey Dahl in his 6th season, assisted here by Jeremy Spahn and Alec May. It'll be Manny Gonzalez, a 5'9 junior. Manny Gonzalez, a 5'9 junior, 9.8 points and 3.7 boards a game. Gentry Deeds, the senior, getting the start on senior night. Did not play in the first meeting. He averages just under 1 point a game, a 5'10 senior. Brady Brumbaugh, the 6'3 sophomore, 12.9 points and 2.7 rebounds a game. Also getting the start here tonight on senior night is going to be Shears, Nathan Shears. He is a 5'11 senior. And Devontae Hardy is 6'4 senior, 9 points and 6.5 rebounds per ball game. So he's starting the 3 of his 4 seniors here that play significant minutes. Manny Gonzalez, Gentry Deeds, Brady Brumbaugh, Devontae Hardy, and Nathan Shears. Those are your starting lineups. Keys to the game presented by Security State Farm agent Michael Trout, where they go to the proven winner. Big key tonight for Scott City is keeping Goodland in front of you and guarding that 3-point arc. That's going to be a big key. The Beavers tonight are in their road Columbia blue uniforms with white numbers and letters. Goodland in their home white tops, and they win the tap as we're underway. As they have the gold numbers and letters in the black trim. In it goes to Hardy, guarded by Rumford and lost, and turnover. And Metzger, who steps out of bounds, and both teams trade turnovers here to begin this ball game. Beavers trying to big up a win here. Goodland, if they were to win tonight, they'd win back-to-back games in the same season against Scott City for the first time since 94-95 season. Goodland's second possession. Deeds up top with it is Brady Brumbaugh, guarded by Avery Knoll. And then goes to Devontae Hardy, guarded by Rumford out high to Gentry Deeds. Deeds guarded by Metzger, goes right with the pass to Nathan Shears. Shears up top to Brumbaugh. First 40 seconds of this game. Here's Brumbaugh going around Knoll. Stops, almost walked with it. Now he'll Euro step, and they're going to call that a travel. And 2 possessions and 2 turnovers on the Cowboys. Both teams starting off with a lot of turnovers here. Scott City had 18 turnovers in that first meeting against Goodland. As Beavers bring it across. Nobody's attempted a shot as we're nearly a minute into this game. Goodland in a man-to-man defense. In a whistle and a moving screen away from the ball. They're going to get that on Jackson Rumford. So no points on the board. 2 turnovers for Scott City, 2 turnovers for Goodland. That was a weird foul. And Scott City applies some full court pressure. They have in the backcourt as Goodland Gentry Deeds, 6:55 to go first quarter, no score. The way the girls' game is called, especially in that second half, you get an idea that this might be one that's going to be not a lot of flow. As Gentry Deeds, or Manny Gonzalez steps back and fires his 35th three. 3-0 Goodland with 6:40 to go first quarter. Up top with it is Dylan Metzger. So Goodland, as I mentioned, they have been hot in this building from 3-point range. Up top with it is Jackson Rumford, finds a cutting Lawson Bailey, steps up, shoots short over the top, and the rebound trickled out in the hands of Manny Gonzalez. That was put up by Lawson Bailey, trying to get it over 6'3 Brumbaugh. Hale has it wide open for a right wing 3, bounces off, and the rebound Hardy over Bailey, banks it home. 5-0, not a good start for Scott City with 6:11 to go first quarter. The Beavers down early 5-0. They never led against Goodland in the first meeting. Up top it goes to Lawson Bailey, right side to Avery Knoll. Knoll trying to get it in Rumford. Now finds Knoll cutting the basket, low pass, picks it up and trickles out high, almost stolen away. Right side or left corner to Metzger for a three. Oh, halfway to out, rebound Avery Knoll. Power dribble will go up and he's fouled. He'll get 2 free throws. Goodland 2 of 3 from the floor. Scott City 0 of 2. Their first trip to line. The foul on Nate Shears is first. 2 free throws for Avery Knoll, where he's 54% on the year. Scott City really struggled to the line in the first meeting. They were just 3 of 10. That was when they were shooting south of 50%, and as I say that, they missed that one. And they were 6 of 6 against Colby last week as Lincoln Cure in for the first time. The 6'5 sophomore, and he averages 7 points a game. He's been started off and on this year. Free throw in and out, and the rebound to Gentry Deed. Still 5-0. Goodland, 5:43 to go opening quarter. With it up top is Lincoln Cure. As they'll bring in Cole Linton next dead ball. Brumbaugh will take the deep three. Off to the right, rebound Alex Triangle for Scott City. Still 5-0 for the Cowboys. 5:28 to go first quarter. Bailey up top to Dylan Metzger on top of that G in the middle of the court. Goes right with the pass to Lawson Bailey. Man-to-man Cowboy defense up top. Looking around to Alex Triangle left side. Guarded by Hardy. He'll take it strong to the rack. Now pivots. Here's Rumford. Pump fakes on the deep 2. Left corner. Here's Alex Triangle. Dice dish. Rumford. Power dribble goes to his left and banks it off the glass. And Scott City's on the board. 5:05 to go first quarter. 5-2. Goodland with the lead and the ball. Scott City hits their first shot there in transition. Here's Hardy. His reverse layup is good. He has 4. 7-2 with 4:54 to go first quarter. So that time Goodland answers back there, and they have a 5-point lead here. Scott City with the ball. 4:45 to work first period. Now with it is Lawson Bailey. Goes up with the dribble. Goes right side to Jackson Rumford. Looking for a cutter up top, Alex Tarango. Guarded by Cure. Goes right side to Metzger. Metzger goes to his left, lobs it into Rumford, catches it. Goes to his left and now flips it over to Bailey for a 3. Left side off the back iron and the rebound to Goodland. Lincoln Cure with the board for the Cowboys. Scott City cold shooting early on, just 1 of 4. Goodland is 3 of 5, and they have the 5-point lead in the ball. Gonzalez turns down the 3, drives in, loses it, and Scott City with their second steal and the third Cowboy turnover. Near the midway point of this first quarter, 7-2, Goodland leads. Scott City with the ball. Metzger with it out in the front court, guarded by Manny Gonzalez. Left side, Lawson Bailey hit ball fake. He'll drive to the left elbow. Dish it right side at Tarango. He'll penetrate. Spin move and tries to throw it to Metzger, and that's going to be turnover number 3. That's one thing that's hurt Scott City at times this year. When they have forced a turnover, sometimes they have a hard time cashing in on those turnovers. They bring in Zach Thorson in, a 5'11 sophomore. Also Cole Linton, a 6-foot junior in for the first time. They bring in 3 subs into the front court. Manny Gonzalez. Also in is Noah Chanette, a 6'3 junior. As they, like the girls, they have a lot of height on the boys. Now Chanette takes it strong, and he has the left-handed layup to make it 9-2. Goodland, 3:42 to go first quarter, and Scott City down 9-2. Goodland for their first 6 from the floor. Metzger with it in the front court left. Looking for cut, but now gets it into Rumford through double team left corner. Alex Trago pops a 3. Oh, that one rims off. Nice effort that time by Avery Knowles. He knocks it off a Cowboy as he goes out of bounds, and the shooting woes continue here for the Beavers here with 3:22 to go first quarter. Goodland hot, Scott City cool, 9-2 your score. Entry feed into Rumford, now to Avery Knoll. Maybe got away with the walk, driving in, pivots, floats one up, banks it home. He has his first basket, 9-4 with 3:14 to go first quarter. That'll end a mini 4-0 Goodland run. But Scott City needs to get back-to-back baskets here. Goodland off to a good start here. Thorson now high to Lincoln Cure. This is a sophomore-heavy team, as I mentioned. Goodland now will drive right side, pump fake, goes over Rumford. No, rebound. Alex Tarango had it, but then they're stolen away there by Gonzalez. Out high, 3 for Cure, no. That time, Chanette over the top, and another opportunity for the Cowboys. Driving in, here's a layup by Linton. He'll get 2 free throws. Scott City being owned on the glass again here. They were owned 29-21 on the glass the first time around. The foul be Avery Knowles first. She just could not box out that time. And Cole Linton, who's a 69% free throw shooter to the line. First to 2 is good and gives Goodland a 10-4 lead. Dylan Duff will be the first sub for the Beavers with 2:42 to go in the opening stanza. Goodland is a team 62%. Alex Tarango exits. But way too many opportunities there for Goodland. They already have 3 offensive rebounds in this first quarter, and they make Scott City pay there, 11-4. And once again, Scott City unable to string together back-to-back possessions of points. Entry feed into Bailey, and now here's Avery Knoll bringing it across. Almost gets it poked away. Jump stop. Back behind him to Lawson Bailey. Steps back with 2:34 to go first quarter. 11-4 Goodland lead. Scott City with the ball. Metzger sets up, or looks over Coach Gentry for the offensive set. Up top now to Lawson Bailey. Holds it as Goodland man-to-man. Bailey up top of the key. He'll go right with it. Now skips it over left side to Duff. Turns down the 3. Now up top to Avery Knoll. Knoll with it with 2:13 to go in the opening period, and now Duff up top to Rumford. Looking to drive in. Now right side, he goes to Metzger. Metzger with it. He'll take it all the way. He'll draw a foul on the floor. Basket went in, but it was a foul on the floor well before the shot. With 2:03 to go, and Goodland with their second team foul. That'll be on Cole Linton, his first. Goodland will sub back in Brady Brumbaugh, and Braylon Mole, a freshman, comes in, a 5'11 freshman in for the first time. With 2:03 to go in the opening period. Here's Metzger off the screen for a 3, left side, halfway in and out and back home. He has his 37-3, and Scott City to within 4, 11-7, 1:53 to go here in the opening quarter. And Metzger coming off that career-high 20 points and 6 for 6 for 3. And now a steal out high by Rumford. Rumford with 1-on-2 numbers takes it right down Main Street for his 4th point. And Scott City with 5 in a row. They're to within 2 with 1:38 to go here in the opening quarter at 11-9. That was Goodland's 4th turnover of the quarter. With it as Lincoln Kier goes to his left, and now it's going to be Thorson back to Kier. Ball deflected, but up top it goes to Braylon Mole. Minute 20 to go, opening quarter. Left side, here's a screen for Chenette. Goes up over Rumford, and Rumford, that's a big foul. That's his second, and the team's 3rd, as Chenette will have 2 free throws. And boy, we saw in Scott City at times this year when Rumford has been in foul trouble, it's been a totally different ball game, and Sage Steckline and Coy Vance will check in, but 2 free throws for Chenette, who's just 48% on the year. That changes the dynamic of the game, and that free throw off to the left. Goodland now 2 of 3 at the line. Scott City 0 for 2. Sage Steckline, Coy Vance, and Avery Knoll, and Jackson Rumford out. And that is big because you have the length of Knoll, the 2 biggest players for Scott City now on the bench with 2. I should say 2 of the 3 biggest. You forget about 6'3" Steckline, and that free throw is good for Chenette. He has 3, and that's the difference in the ball game with 1:19 to go first quarter at 12-9. Scott City will now have to see others step up here with the out Knoll or Jackson Rumford. Rumford on the bench with 2 fouls. With it is Dylan Metzger. Now left side Vance. He'll turn down the 3. He'll drive left baseline. Hanging shot swatted, but right to Steckline. And then wraparound pass right corner. Here's the 3 on the way for Duff. Too strong, and the rebound goes to Chenette for Goodland. And then stolen by Scott City. 5th Goodland turnover. Metzger for the tie. Yes. And a 30-second timeout for Scott City. They tie it up for the first time at 12 with 47 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Basketball presented here by JF Beaver Advertising. Also, I'd like to thank J&R Trucking, J&R Car and Truck Center, HRC Feed Yards, Hammy Farms, iChoice Feeders, Harris Chiropractic and Acupuncture, Great Western Tire, Fro Ag Service, Fro Electric, Fro Heating, Cooling, Farm Bureau Financial Services. So Scott City has scored 8 of the last 9 points, 6 of those by Metzger. And the Beavers have tied it up for the first time after being down 7, 9-2 and 11-4. Now tied it up at 12. And hopefully that's a big confidence booster for the Beavers as they have fought back to tie it up here at 12 with 47.7 to go here in the opening 8 minutes of play. Out of Scott City's 32nd timeout. It'll be Cowboy basketball. It's with it Manny Gonzalez. And now out high up top to Braylon Mole. Mole goes left for the pass. Down to 28 seconds to go first quarter. Goodland may go for the final shot here. Scott City has scored 8 of the last 9 points of the ball game to tie it up at 12. 15 seconds to work first quarter. Manning Gonzalez with it up top, guarded by Lawson Bailey. There's a 5 count on him, left side to Braylon Mole. Right side it goes to Brumbaugh. Now to Jeanette. Dishes it backside to Hardy. Guarded by Vance. Shot up. No. Rebound tipped, but right into the hands of Brumbaugh, who misses a three. Steckline with the second rebound, and Scott City avoids a little early danger. Tied at 12 as we head to the second quarter. We'll come back in 1 minute to play, or 1 minute timeout. This is Beaver basketball.
How would you describe your career?
Rewarding.
It's more than just a job.
Great vacation, great sick pay.
Great opportunities to move forward. Good work environment, good people. Always something new, always something different.
Every day you learn something new.
Their commitment to education is second to none.
They pay for my school.
I love it because we're all one big happy family.
Family.
Family. It's like a family.
Grow your career with American Implement and John Deere.
Scott City 5 of 11 from the floor in that first quarter, and they have the ball looking for the first lead of the night. Tied at 12. They've scored 8 of the last 9 points of the ball game. Backdoor cut, ball deflected and still loose. Rip kept alive by Avery Knoll to Sage Steckline. 12-12 your score. Dylan Metzger with 6 points on a couple threes for Scott City. And speaking of threes, is 3 for the lead. Too strong from deep range, and Cole Linton with the board. Scott City was owned on the glass 6-4 in that first quarter. Here's Goodland quickly back the other way. And ball almost stolen away. That was last touch, they'll say, by Scott City. The Beavers had just 3 turnovers. Goodland had 5 in that first quarter. As it's a 12-12 score. And left corner to Cole Linton. He had 2 points off on the foul line. Hardy now with it back to Linton. Looking to drive in, back up top. Brumbaugh with it. He missed all 3 of his threes. That's hopefully a good omen. And a whistle. We got a 3-second lane violation on Goodland. And that'll be turnover number 6 on the Cowboys. Scott City with another opportunity to take their first lead of the night. Goodland was 4 of 9 from the field in that first quarter. They were 3 of 4 at the line. Scott City was 0 of 2 from the line. 12-12, first minute of the second quarter of play. Metzger bounce pass right side. It goes to Alex Tarango. One dribble. Needs help. Finds Lawson Bailey, guarded by Jeanette. He'll take the deep 2 for the lead. Bailey, too strong in the rebound. And Gonzalez, but tipped right in the hands of Tarango. And nice hustle by Tarango to save the possession for the Beavers. Underneath the Steck line, behind the back pass to Knoll. Pivots. Now looks to drive in. Bounce pass left baseline. Here's Tarango. Drives in, pump fakes. Hangs, throws it up. He's going to be called for the walk, and that'll be turnover number 4. I don't know about that. 6:48 to go first half, but that was right in front of the official. 12-12 your score. So Scott City misses 2 chances to take the lead, which would be the first lead of the night. Now they have another chance. Back-to-back turnovers off a deflection. Here's Tarango transition, layup. Yes! Tarango is first 2, and Scott City with the first lead, 14-12. 6.5 to go second quarter of play. That's on Beavers get points off turnovers. Now Gonzalez left corner to Cole Linton, out high to Brumbaugh, guarded by Metzger. With 6:20 to go first half. Up top, Noah Jeanette will try a straightaway 3. Too strong, rebound, Lawson Bailey. Beavers up by 2 with the ball. Bailey's first board of the night, Now with it is Avery Knoll, 14-12. Out high, they're working left baseline. Out high, here's Bailey, flips it behind him. Metzger turns down the 3. He'll drive in, floats one up in the paint, crawls off in the rebound, and a whistle and a hack on Sage Steckline. That's his first, team's 4th of the half after Jeanette cleared the board. That would have been his that was Jeanette's 3rd rebound, Back in is Lincoln Cure. Scott City playing without Jackson Rumford right now, who picked up 2 first quarter fouls here with 5:59 to go second quarter. 2-point Scott City lead. They're on a 10-1 run over the last about 4 minutes. Right side with it is Manny Gonzalez. Skips it over left side to Linton, and it goes to Hardy. He's immediately harassed Linton for the lead. Left corner 3 is good. His 8th 3 of the year gives Goodland a 15-14 lead with 5:41 to go first half. Goodland hits their second 3 of the night. Both teams with 2 triples in this opening half. 15-14, Goodland back up top by 1. Scott City's ball. With it is Metzger, now left corner to Alex Tarango. Tarango with it. Bullet pass into Lawson Bailey. Catches it, looking to drive in. Puts up a tough shot. No, the rebound to Lincoln Cure. That was a tough one over Cure. And here comes Goodland in transition, but they lose it. And Scott City forces turnover number 8. In the hands of Alex Tarango as we approach 5 minutes to go before intermission. Scott City with another opportunity to go back ahead here. And now to Metzger with it. Bounce pass to Steckline, tightly guarded by Cure. Nice cut. Here's Avery Knoll. High to Metzger, quickly guarded by Linton. Pass right side to Tarango, who gave Scott City their first lead of the game. Now left side. Here's a left side Bailey 3. You betcha. His 24-3 gives Scott City the lead back with 4:47 to go first half. And the third triple for the Beavers this half as they go up 17-15. 4:40 to go, second quarter, right corner. Brumbaugh up top to Cure. Bullet pass in. Now left side. Here's Manny Gonzalez. Steps back, but quickly guarded. And now Linton back to Gonzalez. Wanted to take the 3. Ball deflected, but right into Cure's hands. And goes up. Stuffed. Oh, they're going to call a foul on that, and that'll be 2 free throws for Cure. My goodness, I don't know what Steckline did wrong there, but nope, they're going to get that on Avery Knoll, and that is his second. Team's 5th. So Knoll with 2 and Rumford with 2. And Lincoln Cure, 53% free throw shooter. Goodland 3 of 4 at the line. Trying to tie this game up here with 4:24 to go second quarter. The first of 2 is short. Goodland now 3 of 5. In will be Zach Thorson to replace Brumbaugh. Avery Knoll has to exit as Dylan Duff checks in. So Scott City with 2 players with 2 fouls, Avery Knoll and Jackson Rumford. And you know, Coach Brian Gentry, as long as this game is pretty tight, he's going to keep both of those players on the bench here for probably the rest of this first half for the final 4:24. So far, Scott City's played good without them, and they've struggled at times without them on the court. Free throw for Cure. He has his first point, I should say. 17-16, lead down to 1 for Scott City. 4:20 to go second quarter. Tarango races in the front court. He's going to push it. Now left side to Sage Steckline. Up top it goes to Metzger. Goes left to Tarango near the midway point of the second quarter. Tarango looking to drive in. Drives back. Lost the handle of it. Picks it up and tried to get it to Lawson Bailey. That was not over and back. They say it was deflected. Bailey trying to lob it into Steckline. Poked from behind the turnover. The 5th Scott City turnover. Cure in transition. Hardy layup. No. Follow-up dunk. No. Here's Bailey with the rebound. Into the front court with it for Scott City. He'll try a 3 left side, and it rims in for Bailey. 20-16 with 3:40 to go first half. I don't know how that one went in. Goodland quickly back the other way. Left corner, here's an answer back 3 for Thorson. Too strong. Rebound, Alex Tarango, his 3rd board of the half. Scott City up by 4 the ball, 3.5 to go first quarter on an 8-4 run so far in this second period without 2 of their top players on the bench, and Coach Brian Gentry will want to settle the troops down. He calls a full timeout. We'll take it as well. 3:26 to go second quarter. Scott City 20, Goodland 16. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Women at every stage of life want a healthcare experience uniquely theirs, where excellence meets elegance and healthcare is personalized just for you. Scott County Hospital and Scott City Clinic's skilled physicians and nurses will help your family prepare for the birth of your baby. The private, comfortable, secure rooms for labor, delivery, and postpartum care include jacuzzi tubs for pain management during labor. Call Scott City Clinic to set an appointment today. We put our heart in healthcare.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry Office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
White's Food Liner is located at 1314 South Main Street in Scott City, Kansas. They are open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Home delivery is available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. just by calling 620-872-5854. They are a full-service grocery store offering a wide selection of varieties at affordable prices. Sign up today for their mobile app. Look for it in the App Play Store under White's Food Liner. Don't forget to visit today.
The foul on the floor. That'll be on Zach Thorson. His first, just the 3rd Goodland foul of the half with 3:14 to go second quarter. 20-16 Scott City lead. They've done it a lot with the 3 in the first half, 4 triples, 12 of their 20 points. And ball deflected out of Vance's hands by Thorson, and it trickles out of bounds right in front of the Cowboy bench area with 3:12 to go first half. Still going to be Scott City ball. Bailey to trigger it in. Bounce it, trying to get into Steck lines, deflected, and then here's Manny Gonzalez almost with a steal, and back goes to Scott City. They find Camden Volgamore, who has it for the first time, or is in for the first time, as we were down to 3 minutes to go second quarter. Up top to Lawson Bailey. The Beavers have played 9 tonight. Goodland has played 10. Here's Metzger taking it strong. Now flips it to Steck line, right side to Volgamore, turns down the 3, but quickly guarded by Chenette. And now here's Vance. Loses it, but picked up by Metzger with 2:45 to work second quarter. Scott City with a 20-16 lead in the ball as Brumbaugh draws the defensive assignment on Metzger. And now they switch off. Here's Thorson guarding Metzger. Metzger steps back, still with the dribble up top. Goes left to Lawson Bailey. He'll drive left side. He's cut off now in the left corner, up top to Vance. He'll try a triple. Oh, off the back iron, and the rebound goes to Noah Chenette, already with 4 boards. Good look for Vance. In transition, Goodland with the ball, down 4. 2:20 to go in this half. We're down to 2:10 to go. Goodland with the ball, right corner to Manny Gonzalez up top. Working around left side, Brumbaugh will take the deep 3. He'll bury. Oh, that one halfway in, and I thought that was going in. And the rebound fought for. That'll be last touch by Goodland, and it'll be Scott City's ball. I honestly thought that was dead on there from Brumbaugh from our viewpoint. It looked like it was going down, and it rimmed out. So Goodland will slap on some full court pressure with 2:03 to go first half. Bailey to inbound it in. Will lob it in, lead pass to Metzger, and then saved into play by Metzger. He finds Volgamore back to Metzger. He'll drive in. His teardrop shot in the paint is good. He has his first 2-point basket, and Scott City with their largest lead with 1:48 to go first half at 22-16. They've flipped a 7-point deficit into a 6-point lead in the first half. All of this mostly with that Jackson Rumford, who has 2 fouls. Now here's Kier back, one to back his way in. Now back up top, they'll throw it away, and Goodland with a 9th turnover. Alex Tarango and Jackson Rumford will check in here. Camden Volgamore will nope. Jackson Rumford won't check in, I beg your pardon. It'll be Coy Vance that's going to exit. So just one checking in for Scott City. Coach Gentry will be exceptionally happy with his first half with 2 of his big starters on the bench with 2 fouls right now and up by 6 under 90 seconds to go. But this can change in a hurry. Scott City needs to add to this run of 10-4 in the second quarter. Bailey head fakes. Bounce pass to Camden Volgamore. Up top to Dylan Metzger with 1:15. He'll drive in, take it strong to the rack, throws up a tough shot. He'll draw the blocking foul and 2 free throws. That'll be on Lincoln Kier, his first, team's 3rd. Metzger is 64% free throw shooter. The Beavers 0 of 2 at the line tonight.
Lincoln Kier, that's his first personal, 4th team foul. Dylan Metzger to the line.
So Metzger, number 3, drawing the foul on number 3 of Goodland. Metzger free throw off the back iron and off. And whatever it is here in the first game and a half against Goodland, Scott City cannot buy a free throw. They're 0 of 3 now. As back in is Devontae Hardy replacing Lincoln Kier. Also, I believe another sub in for Goodland. Did not see it. Second free throw, Metzger. He missed them both. Rebound to Goodland, Devontae Hardy. Man. 22-16, final 70 seconds of this first half. Manny Gonzalez. Now here's Hardy, left corner, and Brumbaugh open for 3. No. Rebound, Sage Steckline. Good backside board, his 3rd rebound of the night. Brumbaugh 0 of 5 on 3s in this first half. 55 seconds to go second quarter. Beavers trying to expand on their 6-point lead. Volgamore with it out high. Uses up a dribble, finds Lawson Bailey. 4 fouls on Goodland this half, 5 on Scott City. 40 seconds to work second quarter. And now here's Volgamore up top to Metzger, looking to drive in, steps back. 35 seconds to go first half, and now to Lawson Bailey. The Beavers may just pull it out for the final shot here if Goodland does not cover him up here a little bit closely up high. Bailey uses up a dribble, finds Alex Tarango trying to clear out on Brumbaugh. Pivots, and now he gets it loose, but lost again, and that's going to be last touch by Tarango, and Scott City's 6th turnover with 20 seconds to go first half. Coach Brian Gentry sees Lane Biggie go by him and says there's hack after hack after hack there. But it's Goodland's ball, down 6, 18 seconds to go first half at 22-16. Goodland with only 4 points in this quarter. Scott City only 10. Goodland has not had a field goal in over 5 minutes of this first half. The right corner with it is, that's Braylon Mole, who's in there with 4 seconds. Here's Brumbaugh with 3. He'll drive in strong. His layup is good. Right as the first half comes in for his first points, 22-18. Scott City lead up 4 as we head to the locker room. And they did it mostly in that second quarter without Jackson Rumford and Avery Knoll, who are on the bench with 2 fouls. We'll come back in 3 minutes for this halftime show and come back with stats. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Yard is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairleigh Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
The world needs more farmers, people who know the land, people who support rural communities, people who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm, we are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
Is your dog ungroomed and smelly? Then come on by the new and improved Wagon Wash, located at 501 Jackson Street in Scott City, Kansas. We added on a dog wash for your pet's hygienic needs. There are 6 different modes you can choose from: shampoo, oatmeal conditioner, rinse, odor control, flea and tick, and blow dry. Our facilities are regularly cleaned, and we have a vending machine full of treats for you and your pet. Follow us on Facebook at Wagon Wash Car Wash.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, visit us online at scottcf.org.
America is at work, from farms to construction sites to factories. Millions of people operate tractors and heavy equipment every day to help keep America strong and growing. When operating dump trucks or equipment with booms or other extensions, watch out for overhead electrical lines. Make sure there's adequate clearance, because coming in contact with those lines could result in a tragedy. For more safety information, visit weci.net and click on the Safety tab. An important safety message brought to you by Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life. Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
It's time for the Precision Ag and Seed Halftime Show. Precision Ag and Seed is a proud supporter of all Scott City activities.
Scott City with a lead of 22-18 at intermission. Back here inside the Max Jones Fieldhouse here in Goodland, Adam Kadavy with you. Scott City was kind of survived that first half, and they did that as Scott City outscored Goodland 12-6 in that second quarter to lead it 22-18 here at the break. As Scott City never led till early in the second quarter on Alex Tarango's layup, and then they took the lead back on a Lawson Bailey 3. Goodland had it to within 1 at 17-16. Scott City would lead by as many as 6 before the last second layup by Brady Brumbaugh for his only points of the half. 22-18 your halftime score. First half stats looked like this. For Scott City, they were led by Dylan Metzger with 8. Lawson Bailey with a couple threes. He has 6. Jackson Rumford has 4. Alex Tringa with 2 in the first half. That's your scoring for Scott City. For Goodland, it's led first half by Cole Linton. He came off the bench, did not start here, but he had 5 first half points. 4 for Devontae Hardy, 3 for Noah Chanette and Manny Gonzalez, who had the game's opening 3 of the game. Lincoln Kier with the point for Goodland at the foul line. Goodland with 4 fouls, 9 turnovers, 1 steal. They had 7 defensive rebounds, 3 offensive boards for a total of 10 rebounds. So Scott City did a much better job on the glass in the second quarter. They were out-rebounded 10-9 in the first half and lead it by 4 here at the break, 22-18. Updated scores here for you. Lake in late third quarter up at Wichita County, 47-33. And at the end of the third quarter, in Syracuse, Holcomb only up by 4 at 29-25. Here's 22-18. Scott City at the break. We'll come back and let's go 2 minutes after this time, or come back in 2 minutes and come back with the rest of your first half stats. This is Beaver basketball.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie.
All right, back here inside the Max Jones Fieldhouse. We're going to be a little later than normal tonight, but that's okay. 22-18, Scott City with a 4-point lead here at the break as they get out of the locker room here. First half shooting, Scott City 9 of 20 from the floor for 45%. They were 4 of 9 on threes, 5 of 11 on 2-point baskets, and 0 of 4 at the free throw line. Goodland was 6 of 16 from the field, that is. 38% on field goals. They were 2 of 9 on threes and 4 of 7 on 2-point baskets, and 4 of 6 from the free throw line were the Goodland Cowboys. Scott City had all the foul trouble, and even though they only had 5 fouls, but 4 of those were by 2 players, Avery Nolan, Jackson Rumford. And Sage Steckline had the other foul. For Goodland, they did not have anybody in foul trouble. They had 4 players with 1 foul apiece. Well, Scott City, they're still hoping for a Holcomb loss here. Holcomb, by the way, was up by 4 going into the fourth quarter against Syracuse. But if Holcomb were to lose, then Scott City would have a chance to host a Substate game next Tuesday. If Holcomb wins, then the Beavers will be guaranteed the 5 seed and they'll be on the road. Right now, things could get a little dicey. Lakin is up 55-37 at Wichita County late third quarter. Holcomb, last check, they were up 29-25 after 3 quarters at Syracuse. Boy, it's everything holds. If everything holds, Scott City wins, Lakin wins, Holcomb wins. Then Scott City will be guaranteed the 5 spots, and then Goodland, Holcomb, and Lakewood all go to tiebreakers, and then it's all hysteria from there. Who gets the number 2, 3, and 4 spots? They would all get home games, but who gets to face Goodland? Who gets to face Larned? Who faces Cimarron? Cimarron still has a chance to move up to number 6 spots if they get a Larned loss and they win tonight. We'll try to pay attention to that as well. So there's a lot at stake here tonight. That's kind of fun, though, I'll be honest, this late in the year. It should be Goodland's ball to begin the third 8 minutes. They will bring out Cole Linton. Also, it'll be Noah Chenette, Devontae Hardy, and Manny Gonzalez, as well as Brady Brumbaugh. Scott City will bring out their regular 5. Jackson Rumford, Avery Knoll, Lawson Bailey, Dylan Metzger, and Alex Tarango. Third quarter officially underway. By the way, Cimarron's up by 2 against Southwestern Heights at the half. Brumbaugh at the left corner 3. Too strong and right into the lap of Lawson Bailey for the backside board. First possession for Scott City this quarter, up by 4. Up top to Jackson Rumford, goes right side of the pass to Avery Knoll, right corner. Nice cut, trying to get it to Rumford, but knocked out. A good defense by Devontae Hardy. It'll still stay Scott City Beaver basketball. Their opening possession of the half, 30 seconds into the third quarter. Knoll to inbound it. We'll get it into Jackson Rumford. Now back to Knoll. Has good position underneath the basket. His reverse layup is good. He has 4, 24, 18, 7:22 to go in the third quarter. And so Scott City with the first points of this quarter to go up by half a dozen, matching their largest lead. Up top it goes to Brumbaugh. They work it over to Manny Gonzalez. Gonzalez now to Cole Linton. Linton with the right corner. Here's Brumbaugh. Almost thought he stepped out of bounds to Linton. Up top left to Gonzalez. Hit the game's opening 3. He's been quiet since then. Brumbaugh will penetrate. Loses it. It was stripped and stolen away. Turnover number 10 on Goodland. Scott City with the ball up by 6. 6:50 to go third period at 24-18. Jackson Rumford up top with it. Goes right. Now he's up a dribble. Here's Lawson Bailey toward the right corner. He'll fire a 3. He'll bury a third 3. He has 9 on 3 threes. It's the difference in the game. 27-18, 6:35 to go third quarter. And Scott City with their 5th triple of the night, and they have their largest lead at 9. And here's an answer back 3. No for Brumbaugh. Avery Knoll with the board for Scott City. Lead pass, thrown away. Had a good idea. 7 Scott City turnover. And then it's stolen back by Scott City. The team's trade turnovers. Up top to Lawson Bailey. Here with 6:12 to go third period. Beavers up by 9 with the ball. Can go up by double digits. Jackson Rumford with it. Goes left with the dribble. Hands it off to Dylan Metzger. Goes right. Steps back. Goes left to Alex Tarango. Nice bullet pass. Might have been partially deflected initially by Brumbaugh, and then Rumford couldn't get it. Turnover number 8 on Scott City is Lincoln Kieran to replace Noah Chenette here. With 5:58 here in the third. Scott City just barely missed their opportunity to go up by a double-digit margin here, and where they had Rumford where they wanted him, right open underneath the basket, but couldn't get there. Almost stolen away. Up top, here's Brumbaugh, and intercepted by Rumford. 3 straight turnovers for Goodland here. 5:40 to go third quarter. Scott City with a 9-point lead in the ball, 27-18. Up top to Rumford from Lawson Bailey, guarded by Cure. Now here's Avery Knoll with it. Left side, Alex Tarango. Ball fake, drives left baseline, cut off, and now finds Rumford. Finds a cutting Avery Knoll, the basket, layup, yes! He has the last 4. 29-18. 5:22 to go third quarter. Scott City's lead is up to 11, and a timeout for Goodland coach Mikey Dahl with 5:17 to go third quarter. I want to thank J&R Car and Truck Center for providing transportation here to Goodland tonight. You can view the new and pre-owned inventory on their lot at J&R Car Truck Center, West 5th Street in Scott City. Also online at jrcarandtruck.com. Scott City up by 11 here. Here in the third quarter of 5:17 to go. The Beavers with a 7-0 run to begin this third quarter to go up 29-18. And so Coach Mikey Dahl in his 6th season at Goodland, he's going to have a pretty loaded team. These two teams, I tell you what, they're going to be fun to watch over the next couple of years. Both are pretty underclassmen heavy. The Beavers up by 11, Goodland's ball. After it was tied at 12 after the first quarter, it's been a 17-6 run. That's an 11-point margin right now. As we approach 5 to go third quarter, Lincoln Cure with a bit. Don't let up, because this Goodland team, once they get started on their threes, but Scott City will force a turnover, 3-on-2 numbers. Alex Triangle left side pulls up, hands it back to Avery Knoll, who tries to drive the left baseline, and then he draws the foul. As I was saying, don't let up on Goodland, because if they can get 1 or 2 threes down in a row, watch out. They could be a good team from downtown. Manny Gonzalez will pick up his first foul. That's Goodland's first foul of the half with 4:51 to go, third stanza. Lob into Lawson Bailey. Goes up top and then almost stolen away. And then it is, and they're going to get a foul. That'll be on Jack. Oh, they're going to get that on Devontae Hardy. Oh, my goodness. That's a break for the Beavers. Hardy was on his way to the basket. That's a tough call for Goodland. Team's foul number 2, and that saves the possession for Scott City with 4:48 to go third quarter. Bailey to inbound it here, trying to avoid the 5 count, and that's deflected out with 1 second off the clock. We're here on KSKL Scott City. Bailey to inbound it. Lobs it in to a double team Rumford, and then good help defense by Goodland. They force the 9th turnover. 4:43 to go third. Here's Brumbaugh with it, looking to drive in. He'll take it all the way to the rack. His layup is good, and he has the last 4 points of the game for Goodland. 29-20 with 4:35 to go third quarter. And Scott City sees an 8-0 run coming in, and they're going to turn the ball over. Turnover number 10. Back-to-back Scott City turnovers. With 4:29 to go, third stanza. 29-20. Now Goodland can try to string together back-to-back possessions with points. They have not done that since the first quarter. Lincoln Cure, no look, pass right to Avery Knoll. 14th Goodland turnover, already 5 turnovers for him in the third quarter. Both teams have turned the ball over quite a bit this third stanza as we near the midway point. 29-20, Scott City lead with the ball. They've led by as many as 11. Lawson Bailey lobs it over right side. Metzger will turn down the 3. He'll take it strong. The ball. They'll say who was it touched by. It'll be his last touch by Goodland, they'll say, is also Braylon Mould, Devontae Hardy, Zach Thorson in for Goodland. Here with 4:04 to go third quarter. Knoll to inbound it, will lob it into Rumford. Catches it, bounce pass to Lawson Bailey up top. Scott City up by 9 with the ball, 29-20. They're on a 7-2 run in this third quarter. Bailey steps back, goes right corner to Alex Trango. He'll drive the right baseline. Pump fakes up top to Metzger, open for 3. Short. Rebound by Alex Trango. Oh, he lost it out of bounds. Good effort by Trango trying to dribble it out of traffic there, and it's going to be turned over to Goodland here. They have the ball down 9. Here with 3:45 in the third quarter. Scott City hasn't scored in nearly 2 minutes. Beavers in a zone here, kind of a 3-2 look. Right side now back up top. This is Manny Gonzalez with it. 3:28 to go third quarter. Right side. And ball almost stolen away. Metzger almost bumped him there. Now Gonzalez driving, flips it behind him. Back to Gonzalez, who loses it right in the hands of Avery Knoll. And turnover number 15 on Goodland. Lead pass. Oh, too far for Metzger. Had the right idea, got a little too excited as Dylan Duff is in. As this has been a turnover fest of a third quarter for both sides. Both teams with 6 turnovers. Alex Tarango out with 3:15 to go third quarter. Haven't been a lot of fouls called. 2 on Goodland, not on Scott City. 29-20. Scott City has got 7 of the 9 points in this third period. Lincoln Cure with it up top, goes left to Manny Gonzalez as we approach 3. He'll try a 3. He'll miss a 3. Rebound Avery Knoll for the Beavers. Goodland cold from downtown tonight here. 2:55 to go third quarter. Knoll left side. Here's Duff with it. Goes around the perimeter right up top to Lawson Bailey. Bailey with it, goes right with the pass to Avery Knoll, finds Jackson Rumford toward the right block. He'll look to back it in. Ball deflected and loose, and Goodland forces a turnover. Lead pass. Here's Manny Gonzalez all the way. Layup good. He has 5, and it's 29-22 with 2:34 to go third quarter, and they'll apply full court pressure. Inbound into Avery Knoll. Still has it. needs to find the open player, trying to drive through, and he draws the blocking foul. He's bailed out by Zach Thorson, his second, team's third, with 2:25 to go third quarter. Scott City turned the ball over way too many times here. Both teams have this third quarter, but Goodland with the last 4, they're back to within 7. Bounce pass into Jackson Rumford. He's been held to 4 points. Ball fake right corner to Lawson Bailey here with 2:20 to go third quarter. Into Rumford, has good position. Backs away on Cure one time, but is on the short corner now. Bounce pass up top to Avery Knoll. Back to Dylan Metzger at high with 2:11 to go third quarter. He tries to weave his way through. Now he'll take a strong, he hangs, blink shot. No, and he's fouled from behind. He'll have 2 free throws. Scott City trying to hit their first free throws of the half and of the ball game. Lincoln Cure, that is, with his second foul. Team's 4th. Goodland or Scott City yet to foul this half. 2 free throws for Metzger. He's 0 for 2 at the line and make it 1 of 3. Scott City hits their first free throw in 5 attempts. 30-22, 2:05 to go third quarter. As out is Brady Brumbaugh. Jeanette back in, second free throw. Metzger nails them both. He has 10, and it's 31-22 with 2:05 to go third quarter. So Scott City hits their first free throws of the night, and they get their first free throws of the night, and Metzger's first double-figure scorer of the night for the Beavers with 10. That's what I was trying to say. Minute 50 to go. Gonzalez will drive in. His shot is blocked, and the rebound to Avery Knoll. He has his 4th board of the night. Scott City up by 9. Minute 45, third quarter. Rumford with it up top. With the dribble, now he'll be guarded by Cure as Goodland man-to-man. Right side to Avery Knoll, cutting his Rumford pump fake, shot up, no, can't get his own rebound, and in the hands of Lincoln Cure. Had a good look that time. Rumford's first shot attempt since the first quarter. He's right now at 4 points here, the minute 25. No look pass into Cure, goes right to Jeanette up top. Gonzalez open for 3, and that's going to be good. Good ball rotation, and Goodland is back to within 6. 31-25 with 1:16 to go third quarter. And now pass behind Lawson Bailey, and Scott City with an forced turnover, their 14th of the night. Cole Linton and Devontae Hardy, and that was not a good turnover for Scott City, as that allows Goodland to have the ball on their end of the court. Alex Tarango will check in to replace Avery Knoll, and it's 31-25 with 1:12 to go third quarter. As Goodland starting to make a little bit of a run. They've scored 7 of the last 9 points of the game. Late third quarter. And a whistle. We got a foul away from the ball off the inbounds. That's going to be on Goodland. I think they're going to get Devontae Hardy with the foul, his second. As the Cowboys will apply full court pressure here late third quarter, forced a turnover on Scott City last time around. 31-25, 70 seconds to go third quarter. Metzger with it, man-to-man full court pressure. Metzger may have gotten away with a push-off. And are they going to call an offensive foul on Metzger? I guess not. They're going to say he just lost the ball out of bounds. Yes, no foul here with 1:05 to go third quarter. And that's 9 turnovers on Scott City this quarter, 15 for the game. Goodland with 7 turnovers in the quarter. They have 16 for the game, and they can add to this run. They've slowly inched back after Scott City built up an 11-point lead in the early third quarter at 29-18 off a screen. Gonzalez for another 3. That one off to the right. Rebound, Dylan Metzger, his first board of the night for Scott City. 48 seconds to go third quarter. Goodland's hit 3 threes tonight. Scott City has hit 4. 31-25, high-low, good position. Rumford catches it. Oh, throws it away, trying to get it to Alex Tarango, and that's going to be turnover number 16. I think Coach Gentry's telling me you need to go up for that shot. Official will try to get the one that called the turnover on Metzger earlier thought he called the offensive foul. He lost his band broke on his whistle, so that was the problem there. 30 seconds to go third quarter. Gonzalez around his screen. Pump fakes goes right side to Braylon Moore. He'll drive in the paint, a whistle and a foul on Scott City. Their first of the half with 6.8. A little Bronx cheer from the Goodland crowd. That's Dylan Duff's first foul as Avery Knoll in to replace Duff with 26.8 to go third quarter. Lob in up top to Hardy, now left side. Here's Linton off a screen. Mole for 3, wide left that time. The rebound to Lawson Bailey for Scott City, his 4th rebound of the night. 15 seconds to go third quarter. Scott City needs to get it across here to avoid the 10 count. They do with 10. With 8 seconds, Metzger with the dribble, goes right with the pass to Lawson. Bailey with 5. Up top, deflected, and another Scott City turnover. Their 11th. Here's Hardy. He'll lay it up and score it right as the third quarter comes to an end. Scott City sees Goodland come to within 4 on a 7-2 run in the final 4.5 minutes at 31-27. We'll come back in a minute for the fourth quarter of play. This is Beaver basketball.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
With over 10 years of experience, Jamie at JW Enterprise can repair your windshield quickly and conveniently. Even if you don't have time to make it to the shop, Jamie can fix your windshield from your home, or he can come get your vehicle for you. JW Enterprise is insured and Safe Flight certified. He might be operating under a different name, but Jamie still provides the same quality of service. Let Jamie at JW Enterprise fix that chip in your windshield now. Find JW Enterprise on Facebook or give him a call at 785-260-7773.
It'll be the number 5 seed, and Holcomb is 11-9. Lakin is going to be 12-8. So it looks possibly, unless we could be Goodland or Scott or Holcomb hosting Scott City next Tuesday night. Scott City led tonight by Dylan Metzger with 10. Goodland has a balance attack. Manny Gonzalez with 8 lead the Cowboys, and a whistle. You call a legal screen on Jackson Rumford. That is his third. Foul away from the ball. Scott City has 12 turnovers in the second half, and that has helped open the door. Scott City had a 31-20 lead with make that a 29-18 lead with 5:24 to go third quarter. Beavers have not had a field goal in 6 minutes, and the door is still open here for Goodland with early stages of this fourth quarter. Kier up top. Bounce goes right side with a pass to Manny Gonzalez. He had 5 points in that quarter of their 9. 7:18 to go. Ball deflected but picked up. Goodland had 7 turnovers in that quarter, but Scott City could not take advantage of them. And now out high, here's Brumbaugh for 3, and it's a missed shot. Rebound Hardy over the top of Bailey, and it's now a 2-point game. And Hardy with the last 4. 31-29 with 7 minutes to go. A 9-2 run now for Goodland. And now Bailey with it. He'll drive in strong. Hang shot up. No. Rebound Goodland. Lincoln Kier with it. Boy, this gym was quiet here in this third quarter, and it may come to a peak here pretty soon. Goodland with the momentum. Left corner with it is Cole Linton. Into Hardy underneath. Reverses layup, and we're tied. It's an 11-2 run. 31-all with 6:34 to go. Goodland on a 9-0 run by themselves. Scott City had a 29-18 lead. Into Rumford, catches it, pump fakes. Now here's Tarango, turns down the 3. Pulls up for the foul line jumper, misses everything, and out of bounds it'll go to Goodland. Scott City has not had a field goal in 7 minutes now. Since then, it's been an 11-2 Goodland run. Lakin wins 78-53. They're 12-8 on the year. Goodland was down early third quarter by 11. Scott City started off with a 7-0 run. Since then, it's been ice cold for them. 6:12 to go. And they can take their first lead since the first quarter. Up top with it is Brady Brumbaugh. Steps back, goes right side to Manny Gonzalez. He'll penetrate. Nice dish to Hardy. Layup good. And Goodland, Hardy with the last 6. 33-31 with 5:55 to go. Goodland's first lead since the first quarter. Ball deflected out of bounds. Scott City trailing for the first time since 12-9 late first quarter, and Goodland with up 33-31. They're on a 15-2 run. Here's Bailey, 3-on-2 numbers. Right corner to Rumford. Turns down the three. He'll drive in, pivots, flips one up, and oh, that one crawls off. And the lid needs to come off the rim for Scott City as Cure with the rebound. And the ball knocked out of bounds, last touch by Knoll. Boy, Scott City's had some good shots. They just can't get them to drop as they're on an 8-minute field goal drought. They've only scored 2 points in the last 7 minutes to make that 5 minutes. And Goodland is on an 11-0 run with the ball up 2 with 5:35 to go. Fouls could become an issue here in this fourth quarter. Scott City only has 2 fouls this second half. And you don't want to have to play catch-up on the fouls when you're down here late in the game. Right side to Brumball. Skips it over left side. Here's Gonzalez. Drives in. Back up top to Brumball. Back to Gonzalez. Turns down the three. Drives left baseline. Dishes deflected, and they're going to call a kick ball, and it'll be Cowboy ball with 5:13 to go. Goodland has not swept Scott City back-to-back games in the same season since 1994-95. Here's a shot for 2. No. Rebound Dylan Metzger for Scott City. It was put up by Gonzalez, and a whistle and a blocking foul on Gonzalez. That is just his second, and the team's 6th of the half. Scott City needs that lid to come off the rim. They have not scored since the 2:05 mark of the third quarter on Metzger's free throws. Goodland with the first 6 points of this quarter to go up by 2 as we approach 5 minutes ago. Triangle will drive the right sideline now. Here's Lawson Bailey, and he draws a blocking foul on Cole Linton, his second. Team foul number 7, and a 1-1 coming up for Bailey, who has struggled at the line this year, just 45%, has 9 points on 3 threes. Avery Knoll had 2 of Scott City's 3 field goals in that third quarter. But the story for the Beavers were turnovers. They had 11 turnovers in that third quarter. Goodland only had 7, and that allowed the Cowboys to get back in and take the lead. Bailey's free throw on rims off. Avery Knoll had the rebound. He was pushed out of bounds. They're going to call a tie-up out of that. That should have been a pushing foul, but the Beavers can't catch a break there. And it's going to be Goodland ball in the possession arrow. The Scott City shooting woes from the foul line continue, just 2 of 7, down 2 with 4:55 to go. Scott City has not scored in 5.5 minutes here. They've not had a field goal, and now going on 6 minutes. Cure with the deep 2. Good. He has 3. Timeout Goodland, 35-31 with 4:41 to go. Make it a 13-0 Cowboy run. And a 30-second Goodland timeout taken by Coach Mikey Dahl with 4:41 to go. Basketball presented by First National Bank, Fairleigh Companies, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Hugh and Berta Benz, DeKalb Bear, Shells Flyers, and more, Brookover Cattle Company, Burning Farms, Beavertown FFL, Bartlett Grain, B&H Paving, and American Implement. So here's how it stands right now with Goodland ahead. It would be them and Lakin that would flip-flop for the 2 and 3 seeds. If it stands, Holcomb would be the 4, and that's where Scott City would go. But if the Beavers can come back and win, they would be either at Goodland or Holcomb, and they would flip for that. Larned and Cimarron still in play for that 6-7 spot. 4:41 to go out of the 30-second Cowboy timeout. Scott City trying to end this 13-0 Goodland run. They're up 35-31. That third quarter just killed Scott City with turnovers. Yeah, Goodland had a lot, but Scott City could not capitalize. They would turn the ball back over. Nice backdoor cut. Alex Triangle layup good. Nice backdoor feed assist. Jackson Rumford, 35-33 with 4:25 to go. That's a big answer back basket. And the first field goal for the Beavers in nearly 9 minutes. And they end the 13-0 Goodland run in the process. Brumball with it. He'll drive left side. Cut off. 4:13 to go. 2-point Goodland lead with the ball. Scott City only 2 fouls in the second half. And maybe start thinking about picking up some fouls here along the way. Here, you don't want to have him in the act of shooting. Now driving in, and a layup missing badly by Linton. The rebound. Here's Scott City back the other way. That was in the hands of Rumford. And now Avery Knoll will drive in. He'll flip it right side to Triangle. Up top, here's Bailey for the lead. Yes! His 4-3 puts Scott City up 36-35 with 3:46 to go and a timeout for the Beavers. They lead by 1. They've scored 5 in a row with 3:46 to go. We'll come back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain attractive places to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with a knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
For repairs or estimates, call 620-872-3508 or visit them at 910 West 5th Street in Scott City. Faroe Heating and Cooling proudly supports the Scott City Beavers.
36-35 when it looked like the Beavers were dead on offense. They've hit both their shots in succession to go back up by one on a 5-0 run here with 3:46 to go. We could be in for a wild finish here inside the Max Jones Fieldhouse. 5 lead changes, 2 ties here tonight, and it's Goodland's ball out of the Scott City full timeout. They're down to 2. Goodland has 3. 7 fouls on Goodland this half. Scott City with 2. Almost get a steal, does Rumford out high. Foul trouble really a moot point right now. Rumford does have 3 fouls. That's the big issue for Scott City. 3.5 to go. With it is Manny Gonzalez up top. Lincoln Kier will take the 3 for the lead off the iron. Rebound tipped around and into the hands of Chanette, who puts it up and scores it. He has 5 and 5. 37-36 Goodland with 3:18 to go. Scott City with the ball down by 1. Rumford with it out high. He's been held to a season-low 4 points tonight. Metzger with it as we approach 3 minutes to go. Scott City has 5, kind of a 5 outlook. Metzger with the ball, lobs it high post. Rumford too high and another turnover. Goodland's ball up 1 to 2:55 to go. Turnovers have killed Scott City in the second half. They have 13 of their 19 turnovers in the last 2 quarters. 2:48 to go. Goodland up by 1. You know they're going to milk this clock, and rightfully so. Scott City only has 2 fouls in this second half. That's going to become a big issue here. They may need to start fouling here with 2:35 to go. Non-shooting fouls. Chanette with it. Now up top, here's Brumball. Spin move, strip it, picked up by Cure. And underneath the Chanette, who lays it up and scores it, and they count it and 1. Whew, 6 points, and now it's big. 39-36 with 2:28 to go. Brumball with 6 points and no threes. Lawson Bailey's first foul, team's 3rd. But you did not want to get him in the act of shooting. And Brumball, who's an 80% free throw shooter, Goodland 4 is 6 from the line. They can make this a 4-point game with 2:28 to go. Practices free throw. Fires it up, and oh, that's too strong, but Goodland with the rebound and stripped out of there and in the hands of Rumford. 18th Goodland turnover. A break there for Scott City. They're down by 3 with 2:18 to go. You don't need a 3 yet. Just need to run your offense. If you're Scott City, here's Metzger with it out high. He has 10 and trying to get it in, a throw and pass turnover, number 20. They tried to get it into Rumford and misconnected. That's right now the difference for Scott City between winning and losing right now is the 20 turnovers. Driving left side, here's Gonzalez, triple teamed out high. And Mole turns down the 3. Now Manny Gonzalez with it. Goodland's going to run clock with a 3-point lead with a minute 50 to go, 39-36. If you're Scott City, you want to start fouling here. You only have 3 fouls this half. Left side, Gonzalez with it. Minute 40 to go. If you're Rumford, you don't want to foul. You have 3 fouls. Now, Kier will take it. Right side, now up top, Mull. Goodland's not going to shoot. Scott City needs, oh, they will shoot a 3. They'll be too strong in the rebound to Lawson Bailey, and he's fouled by Lincoln Kier. Bailey back to line where he missed his first free throw attempt. With 1:29 to go, that's team foul number 9. Make that 8 on Goodland. With 1:29 to go, a 3-point Goodland lead. Devontae Hardy in to replace Lincoln Kier. Bailey with 12 points and 4 threes. He has 4 of Scott City's 6 threes tonight, but he's 0 of 1 of the line in Scott City. Down by 3, 2 of 7 from the line. That's another difference in the game. Front end of the 1-1 for Bailey. Got it, he'll get the bonus. 39-37, 1:29 left. Needs this one to make it a 1-point game. Scott City now 3 of 8 from the line. Bailey with 13, team high. And that one rimming in and out. Devontae Hardy with a rebound for Goodland. He's also a good free throw shooter. Manny Gonzalez, 49% free throw shooter. He takes in the front court. Scott City needs to start fouling maybe. The minute 18 to go. Every time I say that, they force a mistake. Metzger, that's not a bad foul out high. That's his first. Team's fourth of the half with 1:13 to go. Right now, if this holds, Scott City would be at Holcomb on Tuesday night. Braylon Mole out. Back in is Chenette for Goodland. Trango now, guarded. They're now up top it goes. They work it up top to Hardy. Minute to go. Or correction, that was Chenette. And now Brumbaugh loose. Oh, they're going to call late foul. With 1:01 to go, it's just a 15th foul. Foul on the floor. Austin Bailey's second foul. 1:01 to go. Really, if you're Scott City, the only one that you don't want to foul is Rumford. He has 3 fouls. Trango can foul Gonzalez. I think you want to start fouling here with 55 seconds. You don't want to foul. You can foul Brumbaugh now. That's the final foul to get for Scott City, but you don't want Brumbaugh, and you don't really want Hardy to have the ball. They're really good free throw shooters. They're 80 and 71%. The foul on Trango is first. And they bring in Braylon Mole, who's a 60% free throw shooter. They bring out Chenette, who's 48%. Inbound in Mole. Bailey may want to foul him with 50 seconds ago. Almost get the steal, but they get underneath the Hardy. Left side, Brumbaugh holds it. Don't foul him yet. Now up top. Now Linton, who's 69%, almost get the steal. They get the timeout before the foul. It's a full taken by Goodland. Let's come back in 30 seconds with 40.9 to go. 30-second break. Scott City down 2. This is Beaver basketball.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
912 Jefferson Street in Scott City. You can also sign up online at scottrec.org.
39-37, Goodland with a 2-point lead. They will have the ball out of their timeout. So we're down to about 40 seconds to go. Cimarron leading Southwestern Heights 44-25 with 2:20 to go. So Cimarron will improve to 5-15, and depends on the Learned game. More than likely they would lose to Haven, who's pretty highly ranked. And that means there could be a flip between Learned and Cimarron. They go to Goodland or Lake, and right now Goodland with a 2-point lead. Scott City trying to foul it, force a turnover. We got a quick timeout before that. Goodland down to 1 timeout left with 37 seconds to go. It's a full. They burn 2 timeouts in 3 seconds. We'll keep it right here. So here's the scenario. Lakin with a huge win on the road at Wichita County tonight. Holcomb wins on the road at Syracuse. So right now, of course, Colby, we knew for a long time they'd be the #1 seed at 17-3. Goodland right now at 11-8. Lakin at 12-8. Holcomb at 11-9. Scott City, with the Holcomb win, is guaranteed to be on the road first round. Win, lose, or draw. And then Learned, who's probably an underdog against Haven, they would be 5-15. Cimarron would be 5-15. So there could be up to 2 flips here between Lakin and Goodland, and Cimarron and Learned if this score holds. If Scott City were to come back and win against Goodland, that would be move Lakin up to the #2 spots, and then Goodland and Holcomb would flip for that 3 and 4 spot. You take a look at it one way or the other, it's going to be a pretty grueling Substate. Goodland's played probably one of the better, has played better, and Colby's been playing pretty good. Scott City's been playing pretty good. Lakin has been catching fire as of late. They get it into Gonzalez in the backcourt. Metzger fouls with 34 seconds. That's a good foul. As Manny with 8 points. We'll see if the junior is clutch at the line. Metzger's second, and that's the 7th team foul. 34.7 to go as Lincoln cure in to replace Braylon Mole. And if you're Scott City, if Gonzalez misses his free throw, you've got to box out. Front end of the 1-1 with 34 seconds. It's good, 40-37. So Gonzalez with 9 points. His first trip to line where he's 49% of the year. Now 24, 48, he's up to 50%. But Goodland hitting their free throws tonight, and they hit them both. He did not look like a 49% free throw shooter, 41-37. 30 seconds to go. If you're Scott City, you have to have a little sense of urgency here. You can't waste a possession. Driving right side is Avery Noel. Wraparound pass. It's deflected out with 25 seconds. And Scott City will inbound it underneath their own basket, or toward the corner here, down 4. Boy, that end of the third quarter really killed Scott City in that 9-minute field goal drought. They get it in a Noel. Scott City can't afford to waste time here. They got to get some points here. You get a screen from Metzger, looks to drive in. 18 seconds to go. Here's Bailey for his 5th three. Oh, no good. Rebound. Avery Noel has it. He'll step back. He'll launch the 3. Short. Rebound up top. Here's Bailey with 8 seconds. He'll step back. Straightaway triple. No, and that's going to about do it here with 4 seconds as Scott City steps out of bounds. They had 3 opportunities, did the Beavers, and they're going to fall short here in this one. Goodland's going to win twice in the regular season against Scott City for the first time since 94-95 season. And they'll finish sole possession of 3rd place in the league. It'll be Scott City and Holcomb next Tuesday night, which should be a fun game at Holcomb. 2 seconds to go. Goodland with a 4-point lead, and they'll inbound it in, and that'll be it. So Goodland rallies in the end and wins it over Scott City tonight, 41-37. Scott City will be 9-11. They'll be going to Holcomb next week. Goodland is 12-8. Their fate is up in the air. What seed they'll have and who they'll play. We'll come back after this timeout. 3-minute break, and we'll come back with final stats and more. This is Scott City basketball.